Alrighty, folks, welcome into another fantastic week of high school football as we embark on week 6 of this season, where we have another huge matchup in the OK Gold Conference. Tonight, the number 8 Sailors, who come in Michigan Sports Radio's Remax Power Poll at number 8, are going to face off against the 3-2 Zeeland East Chix. Both teams are 1-1 in conference play, so the winner's looking to stay in title contention, whereas the loser will likely kiss the conference title chances goodbye. Sailors coming off the first loss of the season in a 13-34 defeat to Forest Hill Central. They're going to face the 3-2 Zeeland East team that's coming off a major bounce-back win following a loss to rival Zeeland West in the Bird Bowl 2 weeks ago, beating Wyoming last week 60-6. It's shaping up to be an absolutely beautiful evening here for this great matchup that you won't want to miss. Don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back after this for the Sobey Company pregame show, live on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Jets has been making the best Detroit-style pizza on the planet for over 40 years because we've always been committed to quality, like hand-pressed dough, fresh mozzarella, and sauce made from Mama Jet's secret family recipe, all baked to perfection for the thickest golden crunch. So go ahead, build your own Detroit-style pizza or order one of our specialties, like the all-meaty or Jet 10. Jets, better because it has to be.
167 horsepower, candy red, 8 cylinders of freedom. And to think, he only let me drive it once. I've never considered myself to be a lucky man. That would be Dad. He didn't know a thing about cars, couldn't tell a hatchback from a quarterback. But somehow his just kept going, and going, and going, and going. Turns out Dad wasn't lucky. He just knew where to look.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey.
To oh my word.
Oh my word.
Cougars!
Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes today.
Today, a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Are you looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage.
Alrighty, folks, as we are just minutes away from kickoff, we want to welcome everybody into the Sobey Company pregame show. Tonight we're going to be featuring a really exciting OK Gold matchup between the South Christian Sailors and the Zeeland East Chix. This is going to be the 22nd matchup between these teams as the 4-1 Sailors face the 3-2 Chix. As mentioned earlier, both teams are 1-1 in the conference, so both teams really needing a win to stay in contention for that conference title. Sailors last week had their first loss up in Forest Hills Central, where they faced a really powerful Forest Hills offense. Lost that game 34-13, where we really kind of saw an uncharacteristic game from star quarterback Carson Viss, who went 59%. 19 for 32, 223 yards, no touchdowns, and a very surprising 2 interceptions. So, South did have some success running the ball, as Isaac Osterhaven had a season-high 15 carries for 61 yards. Those 2 touchdowns from that game both came from Viss on the 1-yard line, as Forest Hill Central's defense was stout all night and slowing down this attack. Zeeland East comes into town, led by under the direction of Joe Woodruff, who's in his 4th season, finished last year 6-4 with a playoff loss to arch rival Zeeland West. A lot of talent on both sides of the ball. Zeeland East features a really star-studded offense that's led by quarterback Will Drenick and senior running back Eli Walcott. A bunch of other talent around them, but it's going to be a great matchup tonight. We are joined in the booth by Chad Hooksema, former South Christian captain, who's with us again this evening, as well as former coach. Chad, as we look at tonight's matchup, look at Zeeland East, this opponent, what are we looking for in this game? What are you excited to see? What should the South Christian Sailors be aware of?
Yeah, happy October to everybody. Couldn't ask for a better start to October this month for the season. Just awesome night. So excited for that, but more importantly, excited for a good matchup. I think keys to the matchup tonight is how does South respond? How do they pick up from some turnovers, some drops, just mental issues that they had last week against Forest Hill Central, and pick back up against a tough opponent. Zeeland East had a easy time against Wyoming last week, but faced some stiff competition in Zeeland West 2 weeks ago, and that was a tough game. And aside from a few turnovers and stuff, it was a lot closer game than that score showed. So for me, it's how do both of these teams respond, in playing some stiff competition? How do you take control of the ball, not turn it over? That's going to be a key for me. Can Carson Viss get it going, connect with his receivers, get that game flow? That first drive for South Christian last week, they were moving the ball, and then the flow got out of rhythm, and football is definitely a game of momentum, and that definitely showed. Quarterback for Zeeland East, very solid. They've got a really good sophomore receiver as well, and they're running back too. So can the Sailors contain them and do a nice job of that, or will it be an offensive battle tonight? Should be exciting.
Should be a great one. We're going to talk to Coach Zach Blackwire after this, talk a little bit about last week's matchup as well as what he's looking forward to tonight as we continue here on the Sobey Company pregame show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple, to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
Mosquitoes outnumber humans by like 1,000,000 to 1. So who are you giving your blood to? The humans or the mosquitoes? It's us versus them. And I think they're winning. So donate blood with Versity Blood Center of Michigan today.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Folks, welcome back to the Sobey Company pregame show. We are joined again this week by offense coordinator Zach Blackwire. Coach, good to have you back. As we come back this week, week 6, you're coming back off of the first loss of the season. Can you tell me about how it was in the locker room this week of practice and a little bit about that game last week to Forest Hill Central?
Yeah, so obviously a very disappointing week last week. We did not play the way that we wanted. But any coach knows it's not all on the players. And so we just did a lot of evaluating ourselves. What's too difficult? How can we simplify the offense a little bit to make sure that, the kids all know what they're doing? How can we simplify some things defensively? Then we just threw it to the kids and said, hey, we've done a lot to get you here this week. Now let's start a little faster. I mean, the first 5 weeks of the season, the first and second quarter, we started really slow. So we're hoping today we can get off to a good start.
And then I do want to ask, too, about Carson Viss, who's been Superman all season long, much of his career. Uncharacteristic game last week. How was he this week of practice? And I'm sure he's just itching to get back tonight.
Yeah, Carson's Carson, and he's great. And we talked a little bit. I talked to him before the game. The team looks to him. And so when he's having an off day, he needs to not show it. Just because the team gets discouraged when they see Carson Viss discouraged. And he knows that. He's an athlete. He's played in a lot of games. I'm not one bit worried about him. And to give credit, Forest Hill Central had a great scheme. Those coaches came in and they knew what they were doing, and they took Carson out of the game a little bit. Hopefully we've made the adjustments that if that happens again, okay, we know what to do.
And as we look ahead, that loss is in the past now. We're on to Zeeland East. a really talented opponent coming up tonight. You already mentioned that you want to make sure the guys come out strong, come out fast. What else are we looking for tonight in this matchup?
Well, I don't know if you knew, but I teach at Zeeland East. So these
did not know
players,
that.
75% of them are in my class. So I root for them every week except for this week. Just good to see some of those faces out there. But, yeah, we're gonna come out and we're going to – Coach Brown said, hey, we got to get a fast start, and we just, we got to put it all together finally this week. And so that's kind of what our goal is. So
I was going to wrap it up after that, but then you dropped that
Yeah.
nugget on us that you're coach or that you teach over at Zeeland East. What does that back and forth been like with some of those guys?
It's fun scouting. I like Will Drenick. Great kid. He's a sophomore. He's at their quarterback. Isaiah Boonstra. I mean, those kids were just a treat in class. And then, of course, all my 8th graders today, Coach, you're going to lose, and just razzing me a little bit. But, I love Zeeland East. I think everybody knows I'm here because of my dad, and I just love being around this place. Been here since I was a little kid. If I wasn't coaching here, I'd be at Zeeland East. I love that program. I love that school. So
Fantastic. Well, good luck tonight, Coach. Appreciate it. Go Sailors.
Having a hard time hearing tonight.
All righty, folks. We are under a minute here, as according to the scoreboard, as we are just about ready to get underway. Yeah, interesting. I'm yelling here at Chad right now, not telling me and filling me in that Coach Blackwire is a teacher over at Zeeland East. So talk about a dynamic between some of these guys on the other sideline.
Yeah, I had known that just from Coach ZB, as we used to call him, coaching us freshman year, and then knowing him years after that. Just he's got a close tie. We've actually, and you'll see it tonight, the Sailors offense, Zeeland East offense is pretty similar, and when they're not playing each other, they can share schemes and offenses and training programs. So it's going to be a fun matchup, good game, fun to see that dynamic play out, but hopefully the boys in Navy and White take home the W.
No doubt about it. Should be a really good one tonight. I just think that looking at the OK Gold table, the standings, is a huge game for both teams. Obviously, we're only 2 games into this conference season, but this one means a lot, especially as South has Unity next week, then Zeeland West after that, and then Catholic Central to wrap it all up. So it's going to be a difficult stretch here for the South Christian Sailors. It's a beautiful night here. It's about 65 degrees. So we get ready for this game. We're actually going to tune in now to the beautiful pageantry that is high school football with the national anthem.
Our veterans are pillar members in our community, and we are proud of all veterans in attendance with us tonight. Civilian gentlemen, please remove your hats. Active and retired military, we encourage you to render the appropriate salute. And everyone able, please stand at attention, placing your hand over your heart as Mr. Chad Rosemont and the South Christian Marching Band lead us in the playing of our national anthem.
Chad, it doesn't get much better than that. As we're getting ready to kick off this Week 6 matchup, as mentioned earlier, Zeeland West, coached by Joe Woodruff in his 4th season. Zeeland East Chix are 3-2 this season. They've had wins against Union, 36-6, lost to Cross State match. Flushing, 21-27. And they went up to Alpena, had a big 68-0 victory, and then the Bird Bowl a couple weeks ago where they lost 28-13 against their arch rival, Zeeland West. Next week they will have Forest Hills Central, as the OK Gold doesn't get any easier, whereas South Christian Sailors open up the season 42-27 win over Grand Rapids Christian, continue that winning streak, knocking off East Grand Rapids 42-28. Had a great matchup Week 3 against West Catholic on the road, 41-38. And then a big win against Wyoming at home the week after, 42-6. And then that first loss of the season last week up in Forest Hills, losing to the Rangers of Forest Hills Central. So that brings us where we are tonight. Tuning in here, you can see Zeeland East won the toss. They're going to defer to the second half, meaning the South Christian Sailors are going to get the ball to kick off this game. Zeeland East is in the road whites, gold pants, gold helmets. South Christian in the home blues, navy blues, white pants, that white helmet with that beautiful blue stripe on top. Ball is teed up as we are ready to kick this game off. It's going to be kicked off by Zach Hopke for the kick. It's going to be a high, short kick fielded by DeCam. DeCam makes a move, cuts the left-hand side up the sideline. Nice run for the linebacker, who doesn't get his hand on the ball very much, but he made something there.
Hey, we'll take great field position to start the game. Offense that's hungry to go prove what they can do. Obviously a great start last week against Forest Hills Central on that first drive of the game. Let's see if they can replicate that, especially with only 52 yards to go. Carson Viss in this offense, let's see what you can do.
That kickoff was brought to you by Family Fare Tailgate. Family Fare Tailgate has fresh, all-natural, boneless, whole pork shoulder, only 99 cents a pound. Visit shopfamilyfare.com for all those specials. Carson Viss line up at quarterback. He's going to give it to Burgess in motion up the right-hand side. He's taking all the way to the numbers. Some good blockers. Knocked out for about 9 yards. Real nice carry for Owen Burgess.
Exactly how South wanted to start there. Unique formation. Really tight ends, 2 wide receivers off the back. Great run by Burgess there. Second and manageable. Completely open playbook here for Viss to do something.
This is going to have Chuck DeHaan lined up to the left in that slot back position. Tyler Brinks lined up in front of him at tight end. Taking the snap, give it to Osterhaven. Osterhaven is going to get popped in the backfield. Nice penetration from Derek Baxter, the junior linebacker, comes in and makes a play right up the middle to put South in a 3rd and 2 early on in this matchup.
Still manageable, 4-down territory here for the Sailors, so unfortunate not to get that first down here, but that's okay. 2 downs left to go get some more plays ahead.
3rd and short is where the Sailors want to be. As you mentioned, that's where Viss has the playbook wide open. Sailors lined up, bunched. Going to give it to Osterhaven up the middle. Penetration by the Sailors. Again, that was Derek Baxter breaking into the backfield. He's going to be close. Looks like that one is pretty much right at the first down line on the 42. They're going to give it to him. First down, Sailors. Just like that, moving the chains.
That's all you needed. Good work by the line, making some adjustments and fresh set of downs here.
Sailors are going to spread it out here. More bunch packages early on in this game on that 2nd and 3rd down. We're going to 4 wide. Ocean line up to the left. Burgess going in motion from that slot position. This looking out route for Tyler Brinks. Tyler Brinks catches the ball, runs over his tackler, brought down by Judah Kallenbacher. 16-yard gain. Nice little out route, comeback route.
Yeah, finds his favorite target there in Ty Brinks. Good route. looks like Ty's ankle. I know he's been nursing that injury a little bit. That's continuing to heal. He does have a brace on, but moving pretty good. Great pass and catch.
It's week 6. There's tape out there, and Zeeland East saw South Christian make big plays early on in the season. It looks like right now they're trying to keep everything in front of them. But this is going to take the snap, going to run to the right-hand side, eventually hit by Peyton Davis. He tries to break that tackle, only to be brought down by Cameron Jaworowski for that tackle for loss. Nowhere to go for South Christian.
Yeah, the front side of that play, as it was running to the right, they did a nice job of stuffing the line. Carson tried to cut it back, but the backside block, unfortunately, wasn't able to stick to their assignment, and that DN came in and took him down.
Again, just an absolutely perfect night, as you can see on the broadcast here this evening. South Christian Sailors are in 2nd and 12. Burgess is going to go motion from right to left. This is looking downfield, looking. Plenty of time, looking to make something happen. Tries to sidearm the ball to Bryce Kenyon, just out of his reach. 3rd down.
Osterhaven was streaking down the sideline, Bryce. I don't know if you saw that. He was running a wheel route, and Carson's eyes were not there. He was doing a nice job of scanning the field, going through his progressions, but Osterhaven probably was one of his last ones, felt some pressure, had to get rid of it, and unfortunately wasn't able to connect.
Sailors made some changes last week to that offensive line unit. It played all right. Again, if you watched that game last week, a handful of turnovers, unfortunate plays. Line held up well, and they're doing that today. As Sailors are in 3rd and long on their own, on Zeeland East 27-yard line. This is drive back to pass again. Plenty of time. He rolls to the right, gets a nice block from Osterhaven, but he's maybe going to get 1 or 2. Flag flies on the field. No one open downfield. This had plenty of time.
Yeah, we can hear some of the coaches right next to us in the press box from South Christian, and you can hear him say, throw it to him. He's got some open players. Unfortunately, just isn't finding them, or maybe not confident in that pass. And, tucks and runs. We'll see what this penalty comes out to be.
Looks like Sailors are embracing the call, preparing for the call, as it looks like they're going to back up. It's going to be a blind side block from Osterhaven on that 3rd down. You don't see that too often in high school, but Zeeland East is going to decline that penalty, bringing out a 4th and 10, as Viss was able to get 2 yards on that carry. Sailors offense stays on the field as they're lined up on the 25-yard line.
Kind of an interesting call there to decline it. You know, it's going to be 2-down territory anyway.
Put the Sailors in 3rd and long.
Yeah.
So this is going to be out of shotgun. 3 lined up to his left. Drops back to pass. Gets some pressure. Going to step up in the pocket. Zeeland East is playing a zone. Finds Osterhaven open. He drops it. Almost picked off. Not a ton of damage in terms of the interception on the 4th down, but drop passes. Turnover on down for the Sailors.
Yeah, it's interesting. Zeeland East is definitely okay with their defensive backfield. They feel like they've seemingly got the athletes to stay in coverage on the Sailors. They're maybe rushing 4, but those guys aren't even coming hard. They're not bringing a blitz. They're dropping at least 7 guys back just to make sure that it's a guaranteed almost pass play right there. Carson's unable to find somebody and have him bring it down.
Now we're going to see this Zeeland East offense, as we mentioned earlier, has some explosive players, especially Eli Walcott at running back, who takes the snap but immediately brought down by Gavin Bauma from that right end position. Nice play.
Yeah, that's what you like to see. Walcott is an outstanding athlete just from watching him play against the Zeeland West team 2 weeks ago. Power, speed, good vision, agility. He's got the full package in terms of a running back. South's going to have to do a really nice job of containing him before he gets up to speed. That athleticism, don't allow it to beat you.
As Drenke takes the snap, gives it to Walcott on the left-hand side, gets tackled at the numbers, gets 2 yards on that carry. Will Drenick, check that Drenick, sophomore quarterback. Quarterback battle early on in the season, but he won the job and really taken over for this Chix offense, has been in command, along with the help of senior running back Eli Walcott. Another name to watch for, too, Kobe Miller, lined up at the outside, a wide receiver, number 81. Probably someone he's going to look to on this 3rd and 7. Zeeland East at their own 28-yard line, takes the snap, rolls to his right, has an open receiver, and Bennett Bing gets brought down hard. Nice hit, nice tackle by Chuck DeHaan. And
Caleb Winicky, I think, actually.
Yep, Winicky, a nice tackle there. Nice stop for the Sailor defense. Good start.
Coach Blackwire talking about the Sailors not coming out flat, and they do exactly that on defense. Unfortunately stalled on offense. They did a nice job marching down the field, but for them to make 3 really good plays, physicality on the defensive line, linebacker positions, those first 2 runs, Caleb Winicky laying the lumber on that other one. Hey, we're here to play. Let's go get it. So good to see what Burgess can do on this punt.
And Zeeland East preparing to punt. Chuck DeHaan did jump off sides. So that's going to be a first down for Zeeland East. Sailors get a really nice 3-and-out opportunity. Unfortunately, mental errors are going to give the ball back or keep it with Zeeland East. Going to get the first down on their own 32-yard line.
I can guarantee you that Chuck is going to rebound from that play. Obviously unfortunate. Coach Brown jumping up in the air, too. Just costly mistake to give the Chix the ball back. He's a good enough athlete, though, that he'll go make something.
Chuck DeHaan, the senior, making that mistake. Zeeland East taking the snap, going to run a screen pass out to Isaiah Boonstra. A couple yards on that catch. That's what we're going to see a lot of today. This Zeeland East offense, everything runs through Walcott, big tailback, senior running back. But the goal is for him to open things up and give Drenek those short passes and eventually look to take a deep shot and capitalize on that offense.
Yeah, you saw that against Zeeland West, too. A lot of short passes. Let's see what the Sailors do to continue to do that against them.
Drenek to drop back to pass, play action pass, brought down by catch by Will Versteeg, brought down by the corners. Bryce Kenyon had some help from a handful of other South Christian Sailors, setting up another 3rd down, 3rd and 1, ball from the 46-yard line. As we have 5 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this first quarter.
One thing I think, Drenek's a sophomore, pretty difficult for sophomores to go through their progressions. A lot of times they'll lock on the receivers. You saw Bryce Kenyon there. He was almost ready to jump that route. So if these Sailors, they're playing zone defense, they're ready to jump that route. Interception, a lot of opportunities there.
And they're going to give the ball to Walcott on the left-hand side. Nice tackle by 2 Sailors, Lucas Lambert and Rowan DeCam, busting their way through the line of scrimmage, making that stop.
Wow. That's a big boy play. Rowan DeCam, awesome work. 4th and 2. It'll be interesting to see what they choose to do here, but that's huge. That is a huge play. Well done, wrapping them up, bringing them down, especially with an athlete like Walcott is. Regardless of getting that first down or not, don't let him get speed and space, and Rowan did an awesome job.
Zeeland East's offense is going to stay on the field. Drenek lined up at quarterback with Walcott lined up to his left. Bennett Bean going in motion. It's 4th and 2. Takes a snap, gives it to Walcott, who does have a hole up the right-hand side. Enough for the first down. Check that right up the middle, right on the logo to the 50.
Yeah, they sealed off D-tackle on both the front side and back side of that play. Nice job by the Zeeland East lineman. Decent hole for Walcott to go dive through and get the first down.
Hey, new for 2024, Michigan Sports Radio has live coverage of Calvin University's inaugural football season. Catch the action tomorrow when the Knights host Alma. Tune into the game starting at 1 o'clock here on Michigan Sports Radio. All right, so first down for the Chix. Ball on the 49, 50-yard line. Gives it up to Walcott up the middle. He's going to get about 5 yards on that carry. And that's where they operate.
Yeah, you can just see his speed, ability to hit the hole hard and lower that shoulder for 5 yards. Like we talked about, he's an athlete, and he runs very hard.
that's going to give the Chix 2nd and 5, now into Sailor territory. 3:32 to go in this first quarter. Slowly starting to get this offensive rolling. Sailors, 4-down lineman, actually going to give the ball off to Josh Campice. Or check that, Jack Campice. Close to the first down, pick up of 3 yards.
Walcott checks back in after a quick breather, likely keying on him.
Seen a lot more substitutions from the South Christian defense. Chuck DeHaan, Gavin Balma rotating in and out. Winecki coming in for them. Corners are Bryce Kenyon, Boomsma at the top. Keeping the defense fresh. He's going to give it to Walcott. Gets a sweep along left-hand side. Breaks the tackle. Stumbles, but it's going to be enough for the first down as Grayson Hunderman was in the backfield. Looks like it was enough to trip him up, but not enough to stop him for that first down.
Yeah, unfortunately, you just got to break down there and make that tackle. You can see Hunderman's arms reached out. Walcott's quick, but Hunderman was in pretty good position. If he just breaks down a little better, keeps those eyes up, he probably makes that play in the backfield for a huge stop.
Hunderman, who's had a nice season, moved around linebacker to the end position, sometimes lined up in the interior defensive line. Been a go-to staple for the Sailors on defense. Giving the ball to Campice up the left-hand side. Stuffed by the Sailors, handful of Sailors, led by Rowan DeCam. Getting to Campice in the backfield, or right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, 51, Grant Jansen in there. Hunderman in on it as well. Good team tackle. That's what you want, right? Team that likes to run the ball or run these short passes. Now it's 2nd and 10. Force them to get in an uncomfortable position in terms of a play that they don't necessarily want to make.
You're absolutely right. If Sailors can get a stop here, put it in a 3rd and long, that'd be big. Drennick's going to step back, give it to the aforementioned Kobe Miller, who breaks a tackle on the curl route. Eventually brought down. Flags are flying. Owen Burgess putting his hands up in the air, wondering what happened. Maybe a face mask, but nice play from the sophomore, Kobe Miller, breaking that tackle and scampering for a first down.
Yeah, unfortunately, Burgess, he didn't pull him down by his horse collar, but he definitely grabbed the horse collar, spun him around, and threw him out of bounds.
That's right, Chad. That is a call. Horse collar tackle. He's going to tack on a couple extra to that nice completion, the 21-yard completion from Drennick over to Miller.
Yeah, Miller's an athlete. Watching the Zeeland West game, he's a big, tall kid. He had a really nice play on a screen pass. This was a slant route, but had a nice play on a screen pass where he broke it for 60 yards. So he's going to be dangerous. Got to make sure that you keep in front, break down, wrap up, and take him down.
This is oftentimes Walcott territory, but they're going to run a play action to him. Wide open Zeeland East player, Isaiah Boonstra. Nice play by Noah Klump to break up that pass. Had a lane, but Klump came in. Nice technique, broke up that pass.
Oh, yeah, perfect position for Noah. Lays out, knocks that ball down. That was huge, because if that receiver makes that catch, I don't know if he was diving for the ball or not, but at least he gets within 3 yards of the end zone. So to keep them at 2nd and goal from the 9, that's a big play.
So now the Chix are looking at 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Essentially 2nd and 9. As the Chix have 3 wide, a couple tight ends lined up to the right-hand side. Swing pass over to Boonstra. Boonstra trying to break a tackle, but Noah Klump's going to bring him down. He's going to get about 4 yards on that carry. Another flag coming in. This one's coming in by the quarterback. It looks like maybe a chick said something to the ref, maybe? That flag was thrown well after the play was. Oh. So it looks like they may have caught that one late, but 12 men on the field. So that's going to put the Chix in a second and 20, as that'll be a replay of downs.
I didn't realize that the illegal participation penalty was a 15-yard penalty, to be honest, Bryce.
Yeah,
I thought that was typically a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah.
But that's a learning for me after
all your years of coaching.
31 years of watching football, coaching, and playing. So
yeah,
we'll take it, I guess.
You always learn something here. But now that puts the Chix in a second and 20. Check that, 24. So, again, second and goal, but ball on the 24-yard line. Chix have a lot of work to do after that interesting penalty call that sets them back 15 yards. Boonstra in motion. Drenex drop back to pass. He's rolling to the left, looking to the right. He's being patient with it, pressured by Bama. Bama's going to trip him up. Tackled on the sideline. Boy, Chad, it looked maybe like a late tackle, but I don't see any flags as we have two Sailors down on the sideline.
Yeah, it looks like Noah Klump and Grant Jansen's both down chasing after him. So hopefully they're both okay. But, yeah, clearly they were feeling it right away after that hit.
Noah Klump has had a really nice junior campaign. So hopefully he's all right. Hey, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough, had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
There's something for everyone on Pizza Ranch's legendary buffet. Our pizza buffet features hot, cheesy goodness, slice after slice after slice. Try our signature pizzas or request your favorite combination with our Buffet Your Way option, and you'll get the first piece. With endless possibilities, you're sure to find your ranch favorites. Everyone will agree that cactus bread is the perfect dessert to end your meal. For legendary food that everyone loves, there's so much to love at
Well, folks, one Sailor has walked back to the sideline. Another one is still on the ground. Chad, I don't know if you can see who it is.
Yeah, it's Noah Klump.
It is Noah Klump, okay.
Grant Jansen walked a little gingerly back off on his own power, but Noah's still down. It looks like they've been looking at his back. I'm almost wondering if they were diving and, if Grant's helmet came and hit. Typically, defensive backs, receivers will wear a back plate if it just caught up underneath Noah there or what happened. But he's been laying on his side. Looks like they're trying to help him up now.
All right, folks, so we're going to take another quick break here. Don't go anywhere. Send thoughts and prayers for Noah Klump as he's down on the field. But we'll be right back after this. Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you and your families to come and check out their diner. With locations in both Byron Center and Coopersville, they're a great place to stop before or after the game. They have a wide variety of menu choices to feed all the kids. They serve breakfast hot all day, and they're able to accommodate all of your large group needs. Their full menu is available for takeout orders, and they have online ordering at 76truckstopdiner.com.
Founded in 1969, J&H Family Stores has grown from a single tank truck to over 50 convenience store locations in West Michigan. Our locations offer a variety of fuel options ranging from Exxon, Mobil, Marathon, and Citgo. At many of our stores, you'll also be pleased to find a Tim Hortons or Subway. Find the location near.
All right, folks, as you can see, Noah Klump with some assistance is coming back to the sideline. Chad, it looks like a knee injury for Noah, which in many ways it's a good thing because it's not the head, but of course this looks like the junior is going to have to be out for at least a little bit coming back to the sideline. Kid has played well this season. Has a really nice junior campaign. But we're back here, 3rd and 15. Zeeland East throwing it out to Walcott on the screen pass. Drenick throws it a bit ahead of him. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Now puts the Chicks in a 4th and 15 position. Nice stop that was helped by the 12 men on the field penalty.
Yeah, that's big. Unfortunately for the Chicks, Drenick just throws that in front of Walcott. Would have been interesting to see what the Sailors could have done in terms of bringing him down. Obviously, he's a difficult one to tackle, but field goal try for the Chicks here. See what happens.
Zach Hopke, senior kicker, is beyond for this 35-yard field goal. It's going to be blocked. Actually lands right into the hand. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, no. It just picked up by Tyler Brinks. No whistle on that play. Brinks is taking it to the end zone to the 20, 15, 10, 5. No one's going to bring him down. People are wondering what the heck just happened there, but that's a touchdown for South Christian on that 35-yard field goal attempt where Tyler Brinks brings it back 77 yards to put the South Christian Sailors on the board.
So I've been part of a weird play like this before, and I could have swore it happened again. If you watched it, it looked like the ball was sitting still, and I could have swore somebody hit that ball to pick it up and advance it. And if you're a Lions fan, you've seen that, the illegal batting. Whether the Sailors touched it or Zeeland East, maybe somebody's foot, if they were backing up, touched it, doesn't matter. We'll take that for sure. Huge play of momentum to end this first quarter. Picking up your guy, Noah Klump, who made 2 awesome plays on that first down and second down and was in it on the third down. So to do that, great for the Sailors. They need that for life, and let's hopefully they can convert on this extra point.
Wyatt Saul on for the PAT. It's up. It is good. And just like that, Sailors up 7-0 in a quick swing of things. We'll be right back after this. Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you.
Have you ever thought about a career in metal manufacturing? Today, careers in robotics, product development, engineering, and IT are just some of the few of the outstanding careers available. There are hundreds of businesses in West Michigan looking for people just like you and are willing to provide the training you need. Go to youarehired.pma.org or click on the PMA logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. There's an opportunity for a lifelong career, and it's in your hands.
All right, folks, let's talk about a swing as the Zeeland East Chix offense was embarking on a 9-minute drive, knocking on the door for a touchdown, only to get a 12 legal participation penalty, 12 men on the field, set themselves up for a 35-yard field goal, only to get blocked and have Tyler Brinks pick it up and carry it back for a 77-yard touchdown, putting the Sailors up just like that. 7-0 with 39 seconds to go in this first quarter. Nice kick for the Sailors. East on the return. He's going to break a tackle. That's going to be Jack Campheis, brought down by a host of Sailors. Nice return. Going to put the Chicks in pretty good field position as they're going to get the ball on their own 36-yard line.
Yeah, 3 phases of football, right? Offense, defense, and special teams. And special teams definitely stepped up. We couldn't see who got their hand on the ball. There is a little bit of a partition here up in the press box for us to see that clearly. But awesome work by Ty, using his athleticism and getting after it, scoring 6. Huge play. Let's see what the defense can do to make a stop.
So Drenick's going to look to get this offense up and running again. Swing pass out to Boonstra. Boonstra with a lot of speed, turning the corner. Big plays after catch for Isaiah Boonstra, 25 yards on that screen pass. And just like that, Chicks are back in South Christian territory.
Yeah, unfortunately, Nate Boomsma kind of got a little greedy there. As that defensive back, you want to make sure that you force that receiver back into the field of play. If you go and try and undercut that, that gives the receiver an opportunity to go outside of his blocker. That's exactly what Boomsma did, and 25 yards later, he's down.
1st and 10. Drenek drops back, looks right, but he's going to take it for about a 3-yard carry. 2nd and 7. Ball on the 38. It's probably going to take us to the end of the quarter. As Zeeland East responding nicely to that that field goal block, turn for a touchdown. All right, folks, don't go anywhere. Quick break. We'll be right back on Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Are you having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough, had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
All right, folks, Sailors up 7-0 as we look to start this second quarter of action in this OK Gold matchup between the South Christian Sailors and the Zeeland East Chix. If you're just joining us, the lone touchdown today came off of a blocked field goal, eventually picked up by Tyler Brinks, who brought it back 77 yards for a touchdown, and that was coming off of a 9-minute drive for the Chix. Just like that, though, Zeeland East is in Sailor territory, lined up on the 35-yard line. 2nd and 7 here as we kick off this second quarter.
Good to see Noah Klump up and walking around. He does have his helmet off, got some ice, looks like, but he is moving around pretty decently, so that's good news.
We'd love to have him back as Walcott takes that snap. He's going to run up the left-hand side. Big hit by Chuck DeHaan to bring him down. He's still going to get a couple yards on that carry, setting the Chicks up for 3rd and 5.
Like we said, Chuck unfortunately made that mistake. Thankfully, it didn't hurt the Sailors on that offsides penalty when Zeeland East was going to punt. But, nice tackle there. 3rd and mid-distance. Let's see what Zeeland East does and what the Sailors can do to make a stop.
3rd down, lined up over the ball. Parker Hennigan. That was a name that Danny Brown mentioned this week as a guy who's really come on strong, leading the Sailors' defensive front. Walcott taking the snap, but man, who's there but Rowan DeCam, a name we have said all season long, finds his way in, splits the defenders, and makes a nice tackle.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. 2 physical plays, 2 senior leaders. Those guys have been solid athletes their entire time playing for the program. Thankfully, got the opportunity to coach both of them, and good guys along with good athletes, so great to see some contribution from the 2 of them.
They're going to need DeCam here again as the Chicks are in 4th and 4. Drenek's taking the snap, hitch route to the outside. Will Versteg breaks a tackle. Nice yards after catch for Will Versteg, the senior wide receiver. Nice pickup for the 1st down.
Yeah, I think unfortunately, too, we talked about Noah Klump being hurt and out. His replacement right there did a nice job of making it manageable, but gave that some space, and Chicks able to get a 1st down.
Something just to highlight, we noticed that Brody Schultz is out tonight. The freshman corner who's played the last couple weeks. Looks like he's out with injury. Drenek rolls to the right. Has an open receiver over the middle. That was Kobe Miller. Skies that ball just over Miller's head. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it looks like the Chicks got a little bit lucky there. Parker Hennigan, who we were just talking about, he's a big kid, and looked like the lineman was wrapped up around him, brought him to the ground, and no flags thrown. So Zeeland East might have gotten away with one there. That would have put it at 1st and 20. A little bit different being 2nd and 10 now, but still a different position that Zeeland East wants to be with 2nd and long.
Hennigan, 6'3", 235 senior, has been a force. As Drenek drops back, looks right, looks left, pressured, breaks a tackle. Could eventually be stuck by Tyler Brinks and company. Going to get about 3 yards on that carry. Nice job making something out of nothing, but took a shot at the end of that play.
Yeah, Sailor's got to wrap up there, right? That's a 7-yard difference in yardage between bringing him down in the backfield versus him gaining 3 yards to make it a little bit more manageable. Opens up the playbook a little bit too. 4-down territory certainly for the Chix. Sailor's got to stay strong.
3rd and 7, ball on the Sailors' 22-yard line. Miller is lined up to the right-hand side, setting up a screen pass, spin move, nice spin move from Miller. Miller's going to break a couple of tackles, eventually be pushed out of bounds by Chuck DeHaan. Real savvy play by the sophomore wide receiver to make something happen there.
Yeah, that is some athleticism on display by 81. Ty Brinks was right there, and he's one of your best tacklers, best defenders, and made him look a little silly. So he'll be one to watch for as this game continues.
Hey, Uccello's has a restaurant near you. Go where great food and sports comes together. Uccello's Restaurante, where great food and sports come together. Check them out at uccellos.com. All right, folks, 1st and 10. Got 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. Chicks looking to get on the board. Johnny's drop back to pass. Quick throw on the in route to Verstag. Verstag might have had some open room, but eventually swarmed by a handful of Sailors. Enough for about 5 on that first down pass. Sailors cornerbacks are playing off. Even in the red zone, they're still giving a bit of cushion to these East wide receivers.
Yeah, and if you're going to do that, right, you got to come up quick, put your foot in the ground, and make a play. If that's not going to happen, these guys are going to tear you up. They've got speed and space, and that's the name of their game. We saw it against Zeeland West, and we're seeing it again tonight.
We haven't seen much of Eli Walcott the last couple plays. This is his territory, but instead we're going to see Drenek drop back, gets flushed out to the right. We got room to run here. No one's coming up in coverage. He's going to be close. I think knocked out at the 1-yard line. No one opened downfield. Nice coverage, but no one came up to stop the quarterback on the run. Enough for a first down, not enough for a touchdown. His ball's going to be placed on up the 1-yard line.
Yeah, number 3, Winicky in a tough position there. He's guarding his receiver as the defensive back, but then also has nobody really coming around to stop Drenek. So tough position. Thankfully, some other Sailors came along to help. But now it makes it 1st and goal from the 1. What can the Sailors do to make a stand?
A look to Parker Fennigan. I'm sure it's clog up the middle as Walcott's lined up to the left of Drenek. Drenek takes the snaps, gives to Walcott, who runs to the right-hand side. Untouched, into the end zone. Touchdown, Zeeland East.
Yeah, unfortunately, no defensive end could get upfield and push that back inside. Nice job by the Chicks to seal that off and allow Walcott to get in the end zone.
It was a very similar drive to their first drive. Of course, that time capping it off with a touchdown. Doing exactly what we talked about at the beginning of this broadcast, where you try to run the ball. Chicks are actually going to line up on offense here. Going to go for 2. Drenek's got 5 wide. Walcott lined up in the slot. Whistle on the field. Looks like Danny Brown doesn't like what he sees. He's going to call a timeout. So, do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as if homes with a mission to create For Real upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today, 616-816-2028. Interesting call for the Chicks and Joe Woodruff. Keep the offense on the field. They have an opportunity to tie this game up. Instead, they're going to go for 2. Give themselves potentially a 1-point lead.
Yeah, especially after kicking the field goal down on the other side of the field. They obviously have trust in their kicker to be able to put it through the uprights, but to go for 2. I don't remember seeing that as their strategy against Zeeland West, but clearly they think that it's going to be a shootout. It's kind of proven to be that way. They've driven the field down twice. South's offense hasn't seen the field in a long time with that blocked extra point, and Zeeland East marching down the field again. So we'll see what the Sailors can do, hopefully to make a stop, keep it 7-6, and keep that lead.
We see Carson Fisk just trying to stay warm on the sideline, throwing with the coach. But Drennick's going to drop back to pass 5 wide. Out route, pressured, and really nice pass, really nice catch to Walcott, who's going to convert on that 2-point conversion. That was a heck of a throw by Drennick. All right, folks, Chicks take a 1-point lead as we're 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. We'll be right back after this on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Are you having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough, had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
And just like that, Zeeland East answers on a really nice drive, capped off by a touchdown.
Yeah, Walcott finished that off with a 1-yard touchdown run, 2-point pass conversion also to Walcott. Overall, that drive, 11 plays, 63 yards, 4 minutes. So I think combined about 12, 13 minutes, full quarter's worth of possession for the Chicks for both that drive that ended with the blocked field goal plus this scoring drive.
Zach Hopke, Zeeland East kicker, skies that one high, makes it for a challenging catch. Sailors return team, so they just jump on it after having trouble with that catch. But it's going to give Carson Fisk the ball, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Like you mentioned, Chad, Sailors have been off the field for a while. They're going to give it to Osterhaven up the middle. Hit right away. Nice tackle for Zeeland East. That was Quincy Tomei on that tackle. Someone missed the block there.
Yeah, and he made him pay for it for sure. Nice hit. 2nd and long. Looks like Sailors a little bit sleepy too with that offensive line being on the sideline for so long. Got to stay loose, got to stay ready to go. Looks like Grayson Hunterman might have been the one. He's hitting himself, trying to get ready to go again.
So this is going to take it on the 2nd down. He takes the snap, drops back, pressure from the left-hand side, gets hit. That ball is jarred loose, covered by Zeeland East. It looks like Zeke Ramadani was on that. Carson Fisk didn't even see that one coming. Blindside shot from that defensive end's position, enough to cause the fumble and turnover on downs.
Yeah, looks like Coach Eric Dykstra talking to Osterhaven there. May have been a misassignment for him to pick up that block as that defensive lineman came through. Unfortunate for South. I mean, that's two plays with appearingly missed assignments on the offensive line. Got to clean that up and get it figured out because Zeeland East is on the doorstep once again.
Time of possession, folks, something to watch. As Drennick rolls to his right, a lot of rollouts for this quarterback. Going to try to dump it down. That might have been just a throwaway as he was looking for Will Versteg. Incompletion on the 1st down. Maybe 2nd and 10. But, yeah, Chad, I think time of possession here is going to be something to watch out for because this is one way to wear down the Sailor defense. Many of these guys playing both sides of the ball, and Zeeland East has controlled the time of possession thus far.
Yeah, thankfully not too many of the Sailors, I don't think, in terms of like offensive line, defensive line, where that's going to be extremely important. Definitely a couple guys in the backfield that are doing that, so certainly be one to watch.
So ball on the 17-yard line, Zeeland East marching. Walcott takes the snap, tries to go up the right-hand side on a counter, but brought down by Colson Fenema. Gets the running back in the backfield. Nice tackle there by Colson.
You just got to love the response there by the defense. That's huge. You get stuffed and turn the ball over, and then Sailors D-line on two plays, really, doing a nice job, forcing a 3rd and long. Again, probably 4-down territory. We'll see if they bring out the kicker, but great response by the Sailors. Hopefully they get another stop.
They're going to need that here on the 3rd and 11, but we're going to get some whistles. Timeout, Zeeland East. We'll be back right after this. Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple, to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
Mosquitoes outnumber humans by like 1,000,000 to 1. So who are you giving your blood to? The humans or the mosquitoes? It's us versus them. And I think they're winning. So donate blood with Versity Blood Center of Michigan today.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future. So take it and move all of us forward.
All right, folks. 3rd and 11 for the Chix offense. Sailors need a stop here, as this defense has been on the field a lot this first half. Ball on the 18-yard line, 5:46. They're going to give it to Walcott on the right-hand side. Walcott cuts it up, puts his foot in the ground, up on the hash marks. Real nice carry from the senior running back. Gain of 14. 1st and goal for the Chix.
Yeah, nice job by the Chix O-line. Unfortunately, Sailors couldn't bring him down. Again, you got to stop him with how quick and fast and big he is. You got to slow him down right away, otherwise he's going to gain some positive yards every time.
That run probably tells you that it was 4-down territory for Woodruff and his offense, but didn't need it. Eli Walcott is enough to get the 1st down. So 1st and 3 on the goal line. Walcott shimmies and shuffles to the right-hand side, takes a couple hits, but he's going to bulldoze his way in. Touchdown, Zeeland East. Well, it's Walcott's 2nd touchdown of the night. It's just like that. East is up 14-7.
Yeah, they loaded up that right side. Tight end, looks like an H-back as well. And then they pulled, looked like a guard, number 56, Isaiah Jones, around and pretty much overpowered the Sailors. Couldn't bring him down, couldn't stop him, and Walcott did the rest.
So I don't know if it's a lack of confidence in the kicker or they just see opportunities in 2-point conversion, but Drenek drops back to pass. Quick curl route over to Isaiah Boonstra. 2-point conversion is good. Chicks up 16-7. We'll be right back after this. Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Are you looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage.
Hopkey on for the kickoff. Fielded by the Sailors. There's going to be miscommunication by 2 Sailors on that return, but they're going to be able to jump on the ball. Boy, avoided another disaster.
Yeah, South's just got to get composed here, figure it out. Carson Viss, take command as that captain and as quarterback. Get your team ready to go. That scoring drive, folks, 4 plays, 17 yards after the strip sack of Carson Viss, 1 minute, 14 seconds. Walcott with a 3-yard touchdown run, and then another 2-point pass conversion to Boonstra. 6:16 left to go. Sailors down 7-16.
Sailors get the ball back, 1st and 10 on their own 31-yard line. 26 total yards of offense this half. Need to have something happen on this drive as Viss is going to roll out, but pressured by Ben DeLost, who's going to bring down Viss on the play. Missed block, it looks like, again, from that South Christian offensive line.
The Chicks are bringing the heat for sure. You almost wonder if South goes a little bit max protect, keeps an extra tight end in there and another halfback to get 7 guys blocking. Zeeland East is just kind of having their will against the O-line and running back core to disrupt Carson. Looks like they're going to go empty set, so this will be interesting to see what they'll be able to do.
At 5 wide for the Sailors, Zeeland East has 5 linemen, no one touching the ground. So looks like they're going to bring the pressure. This looks to the right, but it's actually going to tuck it to the left-hand side. Gain of nothing on that carry. Trying to do a little bit of misdirection to get the Zeeland East offense on their heels, and it wasn't enough. Timeout, Sailors.
Yeah, Zeeland East here playing disciplined, right? And Carson didn't really have any options and need to have a big play. Probably one where we hopefully can head into halftime if we're not able to convert, but you never know with number 5 in that backfield. Anything's possible here, even with 10 yards to go on 3rd down.
I mean, Chad, we're looking at 26 yards of total offense before this drive started. Time of possession is at a minimum for the South Christian Sailors. And, yeah, you can't go 3 and out here again with the way that the Zeeland East offense has looked, has moved. We're going to look to number 5 to try to make something happen on this 3rd and 10 with 5 minutes, 52 seconds to go. Great atmosphere here tonight, Byron Center High School. Both bleachers look to be pretty much full, especially the home side, pretty packed. Everyone's excited for this matchup, and it's been just that. It's been exciting. Not maybe what we expected early on, but Carson Viss is out going to get the opportunity with this South Christian offense. Get a much-needed 1st down, 3rd and 10. Ostraven line up to the left of Viss. Viss drops back to pass. Two wide receivers left-hand side going deep. Dumps it off to Chuck DeHaan, who stumbles. Chuck DeHaan had nothing but daylight in front of him, and he gets tripped up by maybe the turf monster, or I don't know, just short of the 1st down. That's a huge play, Chad.
Yeah, unfortunate. Zeeland East kind of went to their base package on a 3rd and long, knowing that a pass is coming. South did a nice job of protecting. Carson Viss actually a nice job of stepping up in the pocket. 16 to Lost, I think, came up and forced him in, but stayed composed. Chuck DeHaan right across the middle, great putting the ball right on his chest, and unfortunately couldn't convert. South looks like they're going to be aggressive here. Maybe to get the Chicks to jump offside.
And you are absolutely right, Chad. I don't know how you don't call the flag there. Yeah, I thought his head went over the line of scrimmage, but rather it's going to be a timeout for Danny Brown. Danny Brown is giving the ref on this side an absolute earful. As you're right, they tried to get the Chicks to jump, and I thought they did, but wasn't enough. Timeout, Sailors.
Unfortunate. South probably going to line up in punt formation, but if they've got Carson Viss back there, we've already called his name a couple times. Not in games that I've called, but I've definitely heard you guys call it where he's made a play and gotten that 1st down. So I think a little early in the game to truly go for it, play the field position game. Your defense has played fine to stop them and make some plays. Looks like they're going to send the true offense out there to try and go do something.
And again, that's important here because Zeeland East is going to get the ball to start the 2nd half, so again, Sailors have to get something. But 4th and 2, ball on the 40. Viss takes the snap, gives it a quick pitch to Burgess. Burgess breaks the tackle. That would have been in the backfield. Nice block by a couple Sailors. 1st down and more as he tiptoes down the sideline, down about the 32-yard line. Excellent play from the senior on that 30-yard. I think that was technically a pass, a little pitch pass to Owen Burgess.
Gotta love it. Your players stepping up to make big plays. Chuck DeHaan, we talked about that. Awesome block. He's rightfully celebrating. That's what sprung it. But a few other key blocks on that right side. Gotta love that. That was needed. Let's see what the Sailors can go do with some more added momentum.
No doubt about it. 1st and 10 on the 30. Gives it to Osterhaven, who's got a nice hole up the left-hand side. Takes it to about the middle of the field. Gain of 2. Chad, that run by Burgess, he broke that tackle in the backfield. He doesn't break that tackle. That one gets stuffed, and Chix got the ball instead. It was a huge run. Well, I guess huge catch. Puts the Sailors in a good position. So 2nd and 8. Clock's ticking. 4:23 to go in the second half. Nothing the Sailors are really worried about right now. As we get that bunch set, everyone in close. Vis takes the snap, runs to the right-hand side. Does have a lead blocker. Looks to follow Osterhaven. Gets pushed out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down and more. Carries it to the 10-yard line. An excellent play to call. Excellent execution.
Yeah, great call by Zach Blackwire. Put the trust in your whole team on your quarterback's shoulders. Great blocking by that right side. Love to see, too, just mixing it up, right? Couple disrupted plays the last drive, but now to get the ball on the ground to move that, you got an open playbook at that point. Let's see what the Sailors can do to go convert, put it in.
Nice 16-yard run by Vis. Vis is going to actually go to the left-hand side, led by Osterhaven. He cuts it up the field, breaks the tackle, only to be brought down from behind by Zeeland East. Vis a little slow to get up. Nice pursuit and tackle by the Chix on that defense.
Yeah, clearly South likes something that they're seeing. I'm almost wondering if those DNs are playing in a little tight and just giving that opportunity for the tight end and the tackle, maybe guard to get outside and pinch them down in. And Carson's got too much athleticism to let them do that all night.
So 2nd and 5, Brinks goes in motion, lined up behind the guard, gives to Osterhaven, who gets swarmed and stuffed in the backfield. That's going to be brought down by Derek Baxter. We said the junior's name a few times tonight. He's been a force to be reckoned with up the middle and has caused Sailors a handful of problems in the run game. So now we're looking at 3rd and 7. Big 3rd down. Sailors down 9 with those two-point conversions.
Yeah, big play for the Sailors here. They've been going in that bunch formation. They'll line up in that again. See what kind of wrinkle, something that Zeeland East probably hasn't seen with this formation. So hopefully they got something up their sleeves.
They're going to run it to the right-hand side, get a couple lead blockers. Vis spins, tries to find something. Maybe gets 2 yards, but good pursuit and good discipline by the Chix. And yeah, Chad, we haven't seen much of this bunch offense. So it's been a nice new wrinkle. It's been effective here. But now the Sailors are in a 4th and 5. I can't imagine they're going to kick it. I think they want to get the 6. This clock's ticking down. I wonder, too, if they're also burning some clock, just the way the Zeeland East offense is played. But this is He's got trips to the right. Looks to the left-hand side. He's going to throw a fade route to Brinks. Brinks stumbles around, and he brings it in. No, refs call it incomplete. They said the ball hit the turf. Hard to see from here, but I thought he brought that one down, and it wasn't enough for the refs to call it a touchdown. So turnover on down for the Sailors on the 5-yard line. Really needed those points, especially now as we got 2 minutes to go in this half, and Zeeland East has really moved the ball. Hey, companies like Rapid Line Inc., Wolverine Coil Spring Co., Digital Tool and Die Inc. are all hiring. Check out the standing pages on MichiganSportsRadio.com. Their website brought to you by Precision Metal Forming Association for more job opportunities. All right, and just like that, Chix are going to get the ball back. Sailors come up empty. There's 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go in this first half. Gives it to Walcott, who runs up the right-hand side, gets a couple nice blocks. Going to get a late flag. Winnicky brings down Walcott. About a 10-yard gain. Oftentimes that flag, though, indicates a holding. So we'll see what the call is.
Yeah, just for everybody at home, we've got the pleasure of having WKTV up here in the booth, and they've got the live feed of the video going on. We did unfortunately see that Ty Brinks was not able to bring that ball down on that play. We had him. Got your favorite target, size mismatch on that play, and just wasn't unfortunately able to do that. Now, thankfully, this penalty sets the Chix back with a 1st and long. 2 minutes left. Go get a big stop, and Sailors go get the ball back. Hopefully, make this just a 1-score game going into halftime.
Zeeland East lined up in a bit of a bunch. So they do have a wide receiver. That's going to be Miller lined at the bottom of the screen. Send a receiver in motion. Gives it to Walcott up the middle. Gain of about 4 or 5. Sailors, Owen Burgess lined up at safety. He's going to be deep. We've got to play disciplined ball here. I wonder if the Chix are going to take this one into halftime, since they are going to get the ball to start the second half. Clock is ticking, 1:25, 2nd and 7. 16-7, Chix are up on the Sailors. This is going to be bunched up again for the Chix on the offense. Gives it to Walcott up the middle, tackled by Tyler Brinks. South Christian has no timeouts left, so they're not going to be able to stop the clock, and I think the Chix are going to take this one, or at least try to take this one into half.
Yeah, and they will be able to. Unfortunately, that timeout that the Sailors almost kind of had to waste on that 2-point conversion when they were probably expecting a field goal, or maybe just not in a great position. Would have been really nice to have here.
Yeah, it would have. His clock's ticking down under 30 seconds. This is 3rd and 5, so the Chix will be able to bring this one to half. And they are going to take a timeout. Quite the first half, Chad. We'll actually talk about that more on the West Michigan Wellness Group halftime show. We got a lot of great stuff ahead. We got a really cool interview with Dave Kuhl, interviewed by a student at South Christian. So it's going to be a really great interview there, and we'll go over, of course, the stats and the scoring summaries in the first half. So be sure to tune in to the West Michigan Wellness Group halftime show here on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone. We'll stay right here as we look to wrap this one up. Yeah, that's a missed opportunity, Chad, on that 4th and 5. Looks like they got the play they wanted to. Looking for Brinks, looking for their big, sure-handed receiver on that fade route. No one else lined up to that side and couldn't bring it in, and the Sailors come up empty on what was a very promising drive.
It was almost like Brinks kind of lost his footing on that play. Carson put a pretty good ball up, and Ty, I don't know, kind of almost looked like his feet got tangled and was on his heels almost as he tried to come down with that.
So 22 seconds left. The clock has stopped. Drennick's going to give it to Walcott, who steamrolls his way up the middle. Enough for the first down. Clock is ticking. I don't see Woodruff taking a timeout. So I think he is going to let this one go to half. Quite the first half, my friend. Quite the first half. Adjustments are going to need to be made on both sides, and it'll be exciting to see what comes from it. But don't go anywhere. We will be back for the West Michigan Wellness Group halftime show here on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Stock up this Labor Day with amazing savings at your neighborhood family fair. With Card, enjoy cool sips of select varieties of Pepsi or 7-Up products. Buy 2, get 3 free. Beat the heat with 6 to 12-count Outshine bars, 2 for $8. And save on items down every aisle during our Buy 5, Save 5 sale on items like select varieties of Nabisco Ritz or Snack Crackers, select varieties of Farmland Sliced Bacon, or Kool-Aid, Tang, Arizona, Mio, Country Time, or Crystal Light Drink Mixes. Family Fair in your neighborhood.
Rapid Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshhof.com.
To everyone out there who loves Culver's,
The feeling is mutual. Everything's made fresh.
Everything. Everything.
It's our pleasure.
This is me and my happy place.
I wouldn't trade our Culver's for any other restaurant.
Culver's.
We love our guests.
Love.
Love.
As much as our guests love us.
This is me and my happy place.
from Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
All right, welcome back. Welcome in to the West Michigan Wellness Group halftime show here on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone. Zeeland East up 16-7 on the South Christian Sailors as we are underway in this halftime. Hey, let's quickly go over the scoring summary that kicked off this first half of action. First touchdown was scored by South Christian. Brink's 77-yard field goal block for a touchdown. That play was one play, 77 yards. So Sailors were on the board real quick after a long 9-minute drive for the Zeeland East Chix. Put the Sailors up 7-0. But Zeeland East responded with another long drive that was capped off by a Walcott 1-yard TD run. That drive lasted 11 plays, 63 yards, 4 minutes, and 7 seconds. They did go for 2, put the Chix up 8-7. Sailors quickly went 3 and out, gave the ball back to Zeeland East, and Walcott was able to cap off a 4-play, 17-yard drive that came off of a 3-yard touchdown TD run, 2-point conversion pass to Boomstra to put the Chix up 16-7. Again, that was after not a turnover down, excuse me, that was after a strip sack for the Zeeland East defense. So that's the scoring summary for this first half. Coming right up after this break, we got a message from the MHSAA, but then we also have a really cool interview from South Christian Sailor student Bella Sharp as she sits down with David Kuhl. A really cool interview you want to tune into here on Michigan Sports Radio on the West Michigan Wellness Group halftime show.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by West Michigan Wellness Group. This team of dedicated professionals is proud to support Sailor football, just like they also support the well-being of our community through individual counseling for children, teens, and adults, as well as premarital, marital, and family counseling. West Michigan Wellness Group is committed to bringing excellence, authenticity, and a tailored approach to your unique wellness needs. Look them up online and let them know how they can serve you, your family, or your organization. West Michigan Wellness, here to help. Do you need electrical, technology, or engineering services? Look no further than Beist. Beist has been powering West Michigan businesses for 60 years. Since 1964, their team of employee owners has been committed to raising the standard in the electrical industry and beyond. Beist is rooted in faith, service to others, a strong work ethic, integrity, and continuous improvement. The Beist team feels blessed to be part of the Byron Center community and support South Christian High School football. Go Sailors!
It's halftime
halftime from Byron Center, and we welcome you inside the West Michigan Wellness Group's halftime show. I'm Isabella Sharp from South Christian Student Broadcast Program, and we're so glad you're with us tonight. It is a pleasure to welcome South Christian's Athletic Director, Mr. David Kuhl, this week. So, Mr. Kuhl, the football team is currently 4-1 on the season in a new conference realignment. How has the team been performing overall, and who are a couple of your key players?
Thanks for having me on, Bella, and you're doing a great job, so keep up the good work. It's a pleasure sitting with you. But yeah, great question. Yeah, we're excited about our football team this year, off to a good 4-1 start. In a new conference realignment, as you said, and it's been a tough conference thus far, and it's only going to continue to get tougher. So we're excited about the team, off to a good start. And hopefully we can pull this one out tonight and keep moving on with some victories. We had a tough one last week at Forest Hill Central, which suffered our first loss. So it was a good week of practice for the guys to get back and kind of reset a little bit after a loss. You tend to do that. But yeah, we're excited about the team. I think, we start with our quarterback, Carson Viss. It's probably the key figure that when you're thinking about other teams and who they got to prepare for, it's probably number 5 on our offense. And we've got a great group of young wide receivers as well that he's throwing to. So our offense has been fun to watch. Defensively, we continue to make adjustments. It seems like every halftime we come out, we play a little bit better in the second half defensively. But if you talk to the coaches, I think they're excited about the growth of the team overall, and hopefully we can get some wins and maybe move on to the playoffs sometime this year.
Absolutely, that's awesome. Some fall sports are starting to wrap up their seasons and are looking towards the postseason. Would you summarize how things have been going?
Yeah, it's been a great fall. It's been busy as normal, but we've had some great things going on. Just this week we had 2 teams clinch conference championships in the OK Gold, which is really fun to see. The girls golf team won the conference tournament on Thursday, and then they also won the conference overall, which was fun for them. They last did that in 2021, so it's been a couple of years, so that was pretty cool. And then a big one for us this year was the boys tennis team, who went undefeated in the OK Gold regular season, and then ended up winning 6 of the 8 flights at the conference tennis tournament on Thursday that we held here at South. So they were crowned conference champions, and that was the first time since 2012 for the boys tennis team. So congratulations to Coach Flash, and the boys on a great season. Hopefully they can keep it up. Both those teams look forward to regionals next week as they attempt to move on to state. And we have some other things going on too that are really good. Our boys soccer team is undefeated in the conference. They'll also be conference champions. It's not official yet, but they're gonna obviously, they've already clinched that too. And then both our boys and girls cross country teams are currently in first in the OK Gold, and they have one more jamboree coming up. But it looks like if they finish well, which they should, they also have a chance to be conference champions. So it's a lot of good stuff going on this fall for our teams.
That is so fantastic. Is there anything else that you would like the South Christian community to be aware of as we move forward?
Yeah, good question. I think one thing I'd like to highlight is talk a little bit about our youth sports program, which is brand new this year. And it's pretty exciting for us. We're starting youth sports program in basketball, soccer, and lacrosse this year. So the basketball program is going to kick off after the new year in January. And then followed that will be lacrosse in the spring and soccer in the spring. So we're excited about that. Me personally, it's kind of fun because I got some young kids at home. I got a 7-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old at home. So it'll be fun to see them putting on South Christian jerseys instead of, nothing against Caledonia jerseys, right? But instead of putting on a Caledonia jersey. It's going to be fun to see them around the campus, and just, anytime we get people here on our campus, we feel good about that. And that's going to be exciting for us as a whole to add that into our athletic department, just seeing the growth and the excitement of the youth and the young kids that come here. So I'm excited about that. And that's going to be a lot of fun, and just the continued growth of the school is pretty fun to see overall. Added on with the new wing now, so that will continue to develop into adding sports teams maybe in the future. One thing that we are for sure adding to be an MHSA sport next year, so in the spring of 26, will be boys volleyball. That becomes an MHSA official sport, so that will be a lot of fun. We already have the program, but it's a co-op, but that'll be awesome. So we're looking forward to that. And then I think also next year is a good chance that we get boys lacrosse back in the fold because of the youth program and how good it has been doing. So a couple of things to look forward to, and some changes coming up in the department with some add-ons. But yeah, we're fired up, and we love this place, so we're continuing to have fun.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Mr. Kuhl. We look forward to chatting with you again next week. Stay with us, and after these messages, we'll send you to East Lansing for this week's In High School Sports with John Ross. That's just ahead on West Michigan Wellness Group Halftime Show.
Legacy Christian School is on a mission to prepare Christ followers and kingdom builders. At Legacy Christian, students find their place in God's redemptive story where every subject points to Jesus Christ. With learning experiences that extend beyond our walls, we answer God's call to love our neighbor and to restore his kingdom. Discover a close-knit community at Legacy where your child's faith can flourish. Offering English and Spanish immersion from K-8, preschool, and extended care. That's Legacy Christian School.
For over 85 years, Sobey Company has been a premier commercial construction contractor specializing in everything from walls and ceilings to floors and insulation. We have been part of almost every large commercial construction project in West Michigan, including the newly constructed South Christian High School, Byron Center Christian renovations, and 2 expansion projects at Dutton Christian. Our skilled and talented craftsmen can make any interior dream you have on a construction project a reality. Go Sailors!
Bob's Collision Service, located at 3731 Eastern Avenue, is here for all your collision repair needs, from minor fender benders to heavy collisions. Family owned and operated for 3 generations since 1967, Bob's Collision takes great pride in what they do. Using state-of-the-art technology and materials along with iCar Platinum certification to repair your vehicle, they help you sail through your collision repairs.
Another entry into the football record book, and the soccer postseason puts foot to ball in just a few days. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Westland John Glenn's James Phillips Jr. returned an interception from one end zone to the other for a touchdown against Wayne Memorial last Friday. Now, if you're like me, when you saw that play or read about it, you thought, is that a record? How many people have done that before in Michigan, and who keeps track of all that? Well, MHSAA.com has all of those answers and more for all of the sports we sponsor, not just football. In this case, Phillips's pick 6 ties the record for the longest interception return for a touchdown, 100 yards, set 40 times in history. Birmingham's Tom Tracy was the first to do it against Hazel Park in 1951. The only time it's happened in an MHSAA final was in 1991, when Battle Creek Penfield's Jason Livengood did it against Negaunee in Class CC. All of those interception returns go into the book as 100 yards, even if the pass is picked off deep in the end zone. That's the same for kickoff and punt returns and fumble returns. It's the standard used by the National Federation of State High School Associations and how the MHSAA determines all records. Schools must submit statistics on record-worthy performances, which are evaluated to see if they fit NFHS criteria and MHSAA standards. To see the record book for any of our sports, log on to MHSAA.com. Click on that sport and then click Records. You'll see team and individual records, championship game records, and coaching records. And if you have a record to submit, you can email it to us at records@MHSAA.com. But please be sure to include as much documentation as possible, including a copy of the scorebook, the yearbook, even a newspaper article. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Midland Dow's Victoria Garces. She was first in the Elite Division at the Shepherd Blue Jay Invitational with a time of 17 minutes, 26 seconds. The Allen Park Swim and Dive team, they captured their first Downriver Classic title since 2010, using a strong team effort to win in the 10-team event. And a Colin Lambert of Ogama Heights. He scored the game-winning touchdown with a minute left in a 41-34 win over Clare.
graduating seniors could qualify for a tuition-free skills certificate or associate degree through the new Community College Guarantee, no matter their GPA or your household income. Or if your child plans to attend a 4-year university or career school, the Michigan Achievement Scholarship Program has them covered. They could get up to $27,500 toward a bachelor's degree or up to $4,000 for career training. Complete the FAFSA to get started at mi.gov/achievement.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
We're on the golf course today, and our approach into 18 has gone from bad to worse. Or has it? Our shot lands in a puddle in the middle of a bunker, which certainly isn't good. But because water in a bunker is an abnormal course condition, we're allowed free relief. We're able to go to the nearest spot of relief, no closer to the hole, and drop within a club's length of that spot, while still playing from the bunker. Or relief can be taken outside of the bunker, no closer to the hole, and within line of shot, but a penalty stroke is added. So you have two options if you find water inside a bunker. Only one requires you to take a penalty stroke. Of course, the best course of action is to avoid the bunkers altogether.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, please go to the MHSAA website now to register. District play for boys soccer starts Wednesday, October 9th. The brackets for each of the 4 divisions were released on Sunday, and each district is seeded using the Michigan Power Rating. Brackets and team info is all available at MHSAA.com. 32 district winners in each division will advance to regionals, which start October 22nd. The semifinals are Wednesday, October 30th, and all 4 finals are Saturday, November 2nd, hosted at Grand Ledge High School. Division 4 kicks us off at 10 a.m., followed by Division 3 at 12:30, Division 2 at 3:30, and the day ends with Division 1 at 6 p.m. Postseason soccer tickets can be purchased at gofan.co, and you can watch on the NFHS network. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross, and we'll be back next week.
Attention football fans, whether you're here to cheer on your team or just enjoying the game, don't forget to check out Big O Smokehouse for the best smoked fish around. As a small, independently owned business, Big O Smokehouse believes in the power of community and quality. That's why our locally produced, high-protein smoked fish is the perfect, delicious snack to fuel your game day excitement. Visit our little old marketplace in Caledonia for all your favorite smoked seafood products, or find a retail location near you at bigosmokehouse.com.
Sporting U is committed to excellence through integrity, quality, and exceptional service. We specialize in custom apparel, precision screen printing, embroidery, and tailored websites that bring your brand to life. Our focus is on your vision, ensuring it's executed flawlessly. Partner with a team that values your success as much as you do. Sporting U, branding your success. Visit us at sporting.com to start your project today.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by West Michigan Wellness Group. This team of dedicated professionals is proud to support Sailor football, just like they also support the well-being of our community through individual counseling for children, teens, and adults, as well as premarital, marital, and family counseling. West Michigan Wellness Group is committed to bringing excellence, authenticity, and a tailored approach to your unique wellness needs. Look them up online and let them know how they can serve you, your family, or your organization. West Michigan Wellness, here to help.
All right, folks, welcome back to the start of the second half. Thanks for tuning in to the West Michigan Wellness Group halftime show. A lot of great features there. But thank you for joining us on this beautiful evening. Of course, if you are listening here, you're unable to make it to tonight's game. It is a picture-perfect night here at Waddle Field on the campus of Byron Center. Beautiful, about 62 degrees, and absolutely full house, packed house for this action-packed game between the Zeeland East Chix and the South Christian Sailors. Hey, a couple stats just to go over there as we look to kick off. Zeeland East, 160 total yards to South's 89. time of possession is the big number there to pay attention to as we kick off the second half. Just as being aware of the Sailor defense, maybe a bit worn down, but we'll see what Danny Brown's and Coach Burgess's adjustments have been, as the Sailors defense is going to take the field after this kickoff. As Wyatt Saul kicks the ball off to start the second half. Zeeland East returns it from the 3 up till about the 23. Late flag comes in on the tackle. Zeeland East led by Will Drenek, Eli Walcott coming on the field. Let's see what the flag is.
Tim Gielhood, number 9, on the kickoff team for the Sailors, coming out signaling holding.
So that's a holding call. Chad, you were right. Going to bring the Chix offense a few paces back. So Zeeland East really had no problem moving the ball that first half. Offense was really clicking, well balanced between Eli Walcott and then a handful of other receivers for Zeeland East, Isaiah Boonstra, Cody Miller, a handful of guys who were very productive catching the ball from Will Drenek. As Drenek in his office takes the field, 1st and 10 from the 10. Drenek takes the snap, gives it to Walcott up the middle. Gets tripped up for about 1 yard.
Yeah, that's the start that the Sailors wanted, and that's kind of the same start that we saw to the first half as well. Good plays by South to start. This isn't new territory for the Sailors, right? They've been in this position where they're down, they need to get a stop and go get a score. They're used to this. Unfortunately, they've done it a few times this year, but fortunately, they've also done it. So let's see what they can do second and long here.
Walcott goes in motion to the left-hand side, gets a swing pass. Wienecke on the tackle is going to bring him down from the shoulder pads on the left sideline. Keeps him in bounds. Nice tackle in the open field from Wienecke. Bring down the hard-to-tackle Eli Walcott.
Yeah, almost looked pretty close to another horse collar tackle. Thankfully, Wienecke grabbing him around the shoulder pads instead of that horse collar neck area where it would have been called. Huge play for the Sailors defense right here. Get out, 3 and out, get the ball back, and let Carson Viss take the ball down the field to go score.
It's 3rd and 4, ball on the 16. Drenek drops back to pass, in route to Miller on the outside. Over that right hash mark, enough for the first down. Brought down by a host of Sailors. Nice first down to the sure-handed sophomore, Kobe Miller.
That's their go-to passing style, those short passes. Good connection. Drenek to Miller there.
One thing to watch, Chad, is Noah Klump. Not in the game, still on the sideline. We can see him down here, no helmet on. Looks like Wienecke has come in that safety position, but he's lined up over the slot receiver. It's 1st and 10, Chix. Screen pass out to Boonstra. Boonstra's going to break a tackle. No, he's not. Brought down by Wienecke. It's going to be a 9-yard gain. Bring up 2nd and short. Eventually, these Sailor defensive backs are going to have to come up. Right, Chad? I mean, or you think they're just keeping everything in front of them?
Well, I think on that play there, you saw Wienecke make the tackle, but he's almost planting his feet, chopping his feet, waiting for the receiver to come to him instead of continuing to gain ground, continue to stay low, be in a tackle position, but gain ground to that receiver.
Drenek swing pass out to Walcott. Walcott shifty as he catches that ball, tries to break a couple tackles. Sailor's going to bring him down for a gain of 1. It's going to be just enough for the first down. Tackled by Tyler Brinks. We're seeing a lot of screen passes, a lot of the short stuff. Let's kick off the second half.
Yeah, and kind of just going back to that, I'm fine with South playing a bend, don't break defense, but when you're going to do that, you got to make sure that you come and make those tackles quickly, plant that foot in the ground, no yards after catch. And unfortunately, the Chix have just done that a few times tonight, so hopefully South can adjust and make some better tackles.
So screen passed out to Versteeg. Brought down by Bryce Kenyon. Versteeg had a nice block there by Sam Manning on that screen pass. And 2nd and 4 for the Sailors as the clock ticks down under 9 minutes. And Zeeland East is marching.
And that's one of those that we talked about in the first half as well. Can South read the eyes of the quarterback, Drenick, plant that foot, go get an interception, and get a turnover at a timely point in this game?
Drenick's going to send Mannion in motion from left to right, 3 wide to the top. Walcott lined up to his left. Play action pass, pressure by the Sailors. Hunterson puts a big hit on the quarterback. Sailors looking for a grounding flag. I don't know if that one got out of bounds. I did not see a wide receiver in the area. I don't see any laundry on the field. But good pressure by the Sailors' defensive line. Led the way by Cameron Veltman. Number 52, getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, unfortunate for the Sailors there. I think that is the right call. The quarterback was out of the pocket. He did get it past the line of scrimmage. Close call. Hopefully we bring them down next time, but they're down here.
And as Chix set up the screen pass and perfectly called, perfectly executed as Walcott breaks a whole host of tackles, carries the ball right up the middle of the field, 18-yard completion, and that was the perfect play call for that moment.
Yeah, you had the whole defensive line of the Sailors eyes wide open, thinking that they're going to go take Drenick down as a quarterback, and nice composure by him and a good athlete in Walcott to go make a big play for him. South's got to make a stand now, though. You got 40 yards here to hold them, but important to make a statement here on this first down. Force a 2nd and long. D-line, let's see if he can step up, and D-backs wrap up and make a tackle. Linebackers stay disciplined.
Sailors have 3 down linemen, 2 standing ends. Both are going to crash down the line of scrimmage. They give it to Walcott, who takes it up the left hash. Tackled by a host of Sailors, led by DeCam and 51 for the Sailors, Grant Jansen. Yep, with the tackle, 1-yard gain. That was the first running play for the Chix the second half.
That's what you needed, right? 2nd and long now. We just talked about it. Force them into a longer 3rd down as well. Likely 4-down territory. So the Sailors definitely have to stay disciplined. If they make a short pass, come up and make those tackles as a D-back. D-lineman, stick to your assignments, stay in your lanes. The playbook's kind of wide open for them at this point.
East with 2 wideouts. Give the ball to Boonstra. And perfect defense for the Sailors. Nothing going on that run up the left-hand side. Excellent pursuit by South Christian.
That's, as the kids call him, P. Parker Hennigan right there. We've called his name a few times. Great job getting off that block, even while he's still blocked, to grab that jersey of number 9, hold him, and then bring him back in for a loss of downs. Huge play, right? 3rd down and long now. Forces Zeeland East into a likely passing position. Hopefully the Sailors can stay disciplined. Maybe the defensive lineman can get home for a sack.
Drenick drops back to pass. Another short pass in route to Versteeg. And I think that was, again, 4-down territory for the Chix. They're going to look to pick up something, knowing that they're likely going to go for it on 4th down. And now they're set up 4th and 1. Ball on the 31-yard line. Really perfect position. Nice execution. Caught the Sailors playing deep.
Yeah, Bryce Kenyon there, number 7. Just got to be ready to be aggressive and go be physical. And unfortunately, you're playing deep, but you got to rely on physicality there. And if you're not going to do that, then you got to reduce that space. You can see Danny Brown telling him, "Hey, you got to play up and play up." And
refs coming on the field. Timeout, Zeeland East. First time out of the second half. We'll be right back. Quick 30-second break right here. Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Looking to secure your property with a high-quality fence from a top-rated fencing company? With limitless options and quality fencing materials, Superior Fence and Rail is West Michigan's premier fence installation company. Veteran and locally owned, we're honored to support the West Michigan community and their sports programs. To learn more, visit SuperiorFenceandRail.com or give us a call. Superior Fence and Rail, protecting what matters.
Folks, we got a massive fourth and 1 for the Zeeland East offense. They're up 16-7, 5:47 to go in this third quarter, and just the way the offense for Zeeland East has moved in this game, methodically, long drives. This is going to be a huge stop for South Christian, as it is 4th and 1.
Yeah, already 6:13 spent on the clock by the Chix, and methodically, slowly but surely driving down the field. Huge opportunity for the Sailors defense to step up. This is where big boy football gets played.
Zeeland East looks like a bit of a hard count. Drenek can take the snap. He's going to look on the quick slant. And that is caught by Will Versteg. Excellent throw and catch. He was covered. He was draped by Bryce Canyon. And Will Drenek snuck it in there. And big fourth down conversion. A really nice execution on that slant.
Yeah, unfortunately can't fault Bryce on that one. He's on him. Looked like Drenek actually gave a little tell there, looking out to his receiver Versteg. Don't know where Kenyon's eyes are in terms of peeking in the backfield. You can tell that the Sailors are playing a little bit up now, just with that what's been happening over this third quarter.
And just like that, deep ball, fader out from the slot. That's going to be a touchdown to Isaiah Boonstra. And just as the Zeeland East offense gets these defensive backs to creep up, they take a shot deep on that 1st and 10. 25-yard completion from Will Drenek to Isaiah Boonstra. Touchdown, Chix. That was a beautiful drive.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before, but typically that's Noah Klump guarding that. Noah had a few nice plays, and unfortunately got beat on that play, Caleb Winicky, so some things to adjust here. Big stop for the Sailors here on two-point conversion.
And Drenek drops back on the two-point conversion, tries to hit the out route, intercepted by Bryce Kenyon, or incomplete. Nice break up there by Kenyon to keep this score at 22-7. Well, big drive there to kick off the second half for the Zeeland East Chix. We'll be right back after this. Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Are you having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough, had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Another score by the Zeeland East Chix. 90 yards, 10 plays. My apologies. Another 6-minute and 40-second drive. So some long drives for the Chix, stringing everything together very nicely. Touchdown pass to Boonstra. Nice 25-yard run by Walcott. The breakup pass was by the Sailors defense to force it still into a 2-score game.
So that's going to be Grant Jansen on the return. More of an unlikely kick returner. But it's going to put the South Christian Sailors 1st and 10, ball on the 35. Desperate need for a touchdown. We saw that last Sailor drive of that first half was a good one. Big fourth down conversion. A little bit of a pitch pass to Owen Burgess to bring them down to the 5. We're not able to capitalize, giving Zeeland the ball back. So this drive is one that they're going to need to answer. 5:11 to go. So they kick off things here. 3 wide. Oshhaven lined up to the right. Burgess comes in motion from that slot. Goes left. Sweep to the right side. Lead blocker by Osterhaven, but great pursuit by the Chix defense to keep Carson Visk contained. 2nd and 10, no gain on that run.
Yeah, that was a play that South went to twice and had some nice gains. I think 15-plus yard gain on the first one, run to that right side, just like we saw Carson do there, and then the other one was a run to the left side for close to a first down on the second one. South tried to go back, and Zeeland East did a nice job of plugging that up and adjusting with some halftime adjustments. Probably certainly one with some big plays from South that they talked about and drew up on the whiteboard.
That's a good point, Chad. South had success on that play, that last drive, and Zeeland East seems to have adjusted nicely. So they're going to give it to Osterhaven up the middle. Osterhaven tries to bounce it to the left-hand side, tries to get outside the tackle. Able to maybe power his way for another 2 yards, but really good pursuit, setting up a third and 7.5 for South Christian.
Yeah, good pursuit by the athletes of the Chix. Osterhaven didn't really have a whole lot. Maybe, a little bit more patience as he's waiting in the backfield instead of automatically bouncing out to the left. That's tough, though. Sophomore running back, that's learning and maturity that will happen over the coming years for him.
So 3rd and 7, ball in 37. This rolls to his right. He's going to look for DeHaan. He's actually going to go out to Brinks. Nice strike to Brinks at about the 44-yard line. There's a flag in the backfield. This looks a bit frustrated as that's going to be a holding. Just some momentum the Sailors needed was immediately taken away on that penalty call.
Unfortunate. Fantastic pass by Carson. When he wants to throw and rear back and sling it, he definitely can. And great connection, good route. Couldn't see anything too crazy there in terms of holding, but clearly the right call. And South's got another chance. Likely a 4-down possession here, just with the score where it's at.
So now Sailors are in a precarious 3rd and 15 position. Ball on their own 29-yard line. He's showing pressure at the middle. They're going to get pressure on the outside. This is going to try to step up in the pocket to at least make something happen, but he couldn't get away from the pursuit of Peyton Davis, the junior linebacker. Blitz from the outside and caused problems from the jump on that play.
Carson trying everything he can to get his team going. Unfortunately, with a holding on the last play, and then Zeeland East has gotten pressure on him a couple different times, and he knows how important this game is and the point of the game right now that they need to get something going. Hopefully he's got some maturity and the focus to be able to make the right decision here in terms of punt or go. We'll see what he does.
Kobe Miller is lined up deep. There's going to be a great punt by Carson Viss to flip the field. Kobe Miller's going to actually take that. He's going to take it up the right-hand side. Boomsma there to make the tackle, but he breaks that tackle. Nice play by Kobe Miller to make something happen there and really flip the field after Carson Viss tried to flip it. So a real nice return there by Miller. Hey, the first ever blood battle between Hope College and Calvin University runs from October 1st to November 6th. Mention Knights or Dutchman in the notes when you give blood to support your school. For more information and where to donate, click on the logo of the Michigan Sports Radio homepage or visit versity.org. Your donation can save up to 3 lives. That's versity.org, VERSITI.org. All righty, Sailors on defense, 1st and 10, down 22-7. Walcott takes the snap and the carry up the middle for a 10. Real nice carry. And if Zeeland East can fall into that offense, this one might be trouble for the Sailors.
Yeah, time to step up. Time to step up. Obviously, this defense is tired. You just were out on the field for nearly 7 minutes, and another 3 minutes later, you're back going after it against a very solid offensive line and running back. This is what you put the time and effort in all offseason, that conditioning, that weightlifting. It's time for that to pay off for sure.
Walcott is going to get the handoff. Tries to bounce it to the right-hand side, but really nice defense by Jansen to set up a 3rd and short. There's a massive 3rd down for South Christian. 3rd and 2. Ball on Zeeland East, 33-yard line. We're down to minute 19, and clock is running in this 3rd quarter. Sailors need to stop desperately.
Disciplined football is going to be most important here. Stick to your assignments. Don't get over-aggressive. They've been going to that middle run pretty often, and the Sailors got to stick to their assignments at both the D-line level and linebacker level. Looks like a likely run to the left side.
We're going to get a timeout here. Zeeland, Clowerbot, and Manning were in motion. Yeah, it looked like it was going to go left. Quick 30-second break. We'll be right here as we wrap up the third quarter of Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
67 horsepower, candy red, 8 cylinders of freedom. And to think, he only let me drive it once. I've never considered myself to be a lucky man. That would be Dad. He didn't know a thing about cars, couldn't tell a hatchback from a quarterback. But somehow his just kept going, and going, and going, and going. Turns out Dad wasn't lucky. He just knew where to.
Big third down for both teams as we welcome you back to Waldell Field at Byron Center High School. Sailors down 22-7 to the Chix of Zeeland East. Again, 3rd and 2, ball on the 32-yard line. Chix had a play, take a timeout. Coach Woodruff did not like what he saw, so they're going to reset. Comes the line here. 2 wide receivers out deep, covered closely by the corners, Kenyon and Boomsma. Take the snap, gives it to Walcott. Walcott breaks around the right-hand side, stumbles and rumbles his way over the first down. Brinks couldn't quite get to him in the backfield, thought he had a chance to make the play, and Eli Walcott does Eli Walcott things and gets the first down.
Yeah, I like the aggression there. Sending the linebacker on the blitz. You know it's likely going to be a run. Hopefully you can meet him in the backfield. Unfortunately, just didn't work out. And Walcott put his athleticism on display once again.
Most time, people run away from Tyler Brinks. East took that challenge to heart and ran right at him and got the first down. So now we're looking at 1st and 10, ball on the 40. Chicks are moving with 20 seconds to go in this third quarter. Walcott takes the ball on the sweep, bounces off a would-be tackle over the logo, stumbles his way ahead to about the 44-yard line. And I think that's going to take us into the end of the third quarter, although we have an injured Chick in the backfield. That's not Drenick. No, it's not. Yeah, it looks like cramping. He's got his leg up in the air. Hey, Uccello's Restaurante has a restaurant near you. Go where great food and sports come together. Uccello's Restaurante, where great food and sports come together. Check them out at uccellos.com. Also new for 2024, Michigan Sports Radio has live coverage of Calvin University's inaugural football season. Catch the action tomorrow when the Knights travel to Anderson. Tune into the game starting at 1:15 p.m. at michigansportsradio.com, right where you're listening to this game. So it looks like it was Bennett Bing for the Chix, who's down on the field, though he's running back to the sideline. He seems to be all right. Total yards right now, Chad. Zeeland East 267, South Christian 92. That has been the tale of this game. Long, long drives for the Chix, really not letting the Sailors get much going. So as the clock ticks down, wrap up this third quarter. We'll be right back after this break, take off the fourth quarter action here on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Are you looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage.
All right, folks, kick off this fourth quarter. Zeeland East with the ball, 2nd and 7 on the 43-yard line. At the break, we did check some scores around. Zeeland West is up 28-7 on Forest Hill Central. About 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, so that's a score that everyone here is paying close attention to. But we lock in back to this game as Drenick dumps it off to Versteg. Versteg breaks a tackle. He's going to take it all the way up to the 36-yard line. Got to make that play if you're the cornerback. They couldn't. 23-yard gain for the first down. We do have a flag on the play. That flag is right where that catch was made. And it's going to be a face mask on South Christian.
During the run, personal foul, face mask against the defense, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run.
So that is a huge swing. That's a real nice play by the receiver, Will Versteg. Caught that pass coming in. We've seen that play all night long. Slot receiver clears out the defender. In route is open, the hook route in route, and they've capitalized on it all day long, whether it's Versteg or Miller or Boonstra. East has had their way throwing the ball. So Drenick's going to take the snap, give it off to Walcott. Walcott tries to break a DeHaan tackle, can't. Maybe grabs another yard after contact. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5, ball on the 12.
Yeah, the defensive backs got to find a way. I think that's what it's boiling down to, unfortunately, for them. Missed tackles, not breaking down, allowing yards after catch, largely in position, but just not completing it in the process, and that's going to be huge. Cannot allow another score.
And they're trying to prevent that score. Walcott breaks it off the right-hand side. Great play by Tyler Brinks, shedding that blocker, making the tackle for maybe a loss of 1 on that tackle. Nice play there by Tyler Brinks when they needed him most.
I don't know if Walcott is heading anywhere after his career here at Zeeland East, being a senior. But we know that Ty is committed to Grand Valley, so that could be a look at 2 college-bound athletes going at it. Ty with a great play, even with that blocker still on him, to bring down a great athlete in Walcott. Huge play for the Sailors here. See what's able to happen for South's defense. Zeeland East going to try and put him away.
Drenick rolls to the right, looking, trying to find a receiver on the other side of the field, but he's not going to be able to get away from Cameron Veltman, who brings down Drenick in the backfield. They had something cooking, Zeeland East did, but Veltman was all over the play, brought him back for a big loss. It's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, and kind of on cue. We talked about the defensive backfield needing to have a big play. They force Drenick to get rushed out of the pocket, sticking on their receivers, and a fantastic job by Veltman there to bring Drenick down. Huge play for the Sailors, really to keep their chances alive in this game. Now a long 4th and almost 20. Let's see what.
He drops back, but we're going to get some whistles. I don't see any flags, potentially.
False start looks
there's
like.
a flag. Check that. False start. So what was once 4th and 16 is going to be 4th and 21. East can still get a first down if they get it to the 8-yard line, 7-yard line. But 4th and 24. Check that.
Key for East here. Making sure you're not turning that ball over, and key for South is making sure that nobody gets behind you in that defensive backfield. No big plays for the Sailors, and take care of that ball for East.
So Drenick's going way back, Broken up by Boomsma. Thought maybe he was trying to get the pick, but rightfully so, knocked it down. Drenick was looking for Miller, his big sophomore wide receiver, and just maybe some miscommunication, but overthrow him. Miller's getting up a bit wobbly. Looks to be actually in pain here. So,
yeah, it looks like he's grabbing it at that ankle. He's been having a really nice game, so that would be a big loss for Zeeland East.
All right, well, as they attend to the injured Chick, we'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Sailors get the ball back. Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Did you inherit a home you'd like to move on from with ease? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today for your free 15-minute consultation. 616-816-2028.
Miller still down in the end zone, being attended to. So that was a big stop for the Sailors, helped out largely by a couple penalties, put the Chicks in a position where they had to heave up a deep pass, try to get something. But good stop for the Sailors. Going to get the ball back here. You got 9 minutes to go in this game. You imagine you obviously have to get a score here. But at what point, too, do you worry about the clock with the way that East offense has been able to move the ball?
Thankfully, we know that South can score quickly. We've seen that happen multiple times. It's just a matter of being able to execute. And Zeeland East has shown a lot of discipline, not allowing Sailors to get really any deep plays. They've had a few, but they've done, for the most part, obviously with holding the Sailors only to 7 points, a really nice job of that. So South obviously going to try and get something quick. Plenty of time left in this game, especially 3 timeouts left. But got to get something going, some momentum. Carson Viss, this is your time as a captain to step up and be a leader, and the offensive line got to give him time. Zeeland East going to do what they can to make that not happen.
Miller is making his way back to the sideline. Sailors already lining up. Both teams really ready to go after that injury break. Sailors are going to have 5 wide. Osterhaven, Brinks, and Winnicke lined up to the left. First time we've seen 5 wide, a couple series. But this drops back, looks quickly to Osterhaven for a quick comeback route, quick hitch route, but Osterhaven can't make the catch. Tough drop there from the sophomore.
Yeah, unfortunately just turning and looking instead of completing the process of bringing the catch down first, and maybe heard a few footsteps coming, but got to bring that down. That's your first focus. Get plays with positive yards to get things going in the right direction. Now put South in a little bit of a tougher spot, 2nd and 10.
All of a sudden, drops have been somewhat of a problem for the Sailors. A couple big drops last week. Hopefully not replicating that today, especially in this pivotal 4th quarter. This is going to roll to the right, get flushed out, hits Burgess. About a 6-yard gain. Nice pitch and catch from the quarterback to his receiver. Positive plays.
Yeah, and you almost wonder if they're going to try and get Carson out of the pocket more. That's where he's seemingly had more success. He's had a couple of nice ones where the O-line has created a good pocket for him to pass, but Zeeland East has been putting a lot of pressure on him, coming from all different sides. They had that strip sack earlier. Getting Carson out in space where he's got his athleticism as a weapon could be helpful.
Peyton Davis and Zink Ramadani, 2 guys have been causing chaos in the backfield for the Sailors all day. Fish drops back to pass, hits Brinks. Nice first down pitch and catch to the 46-yard line. When in doubt, go to Brinks. That's been his favorite target all year, and he's been reliable, and we saw that there.
Yeah, clearly in sync. He knew exactly where he wanted to go. Ty Brinks, nice route there, getting that defender off, hitching back, continuing to come back for the ball, not wait for it. Good string of plays here. South going to keep the pressure on.
They're going to go quick. He's going to throw a deep ball to Brinks, who's open. Just a bit overthrown. The Brinks tried to bring it in with one hand. Maybe thought he could have got 2, but that was the first time we really struck deep, and Sailors can't convert. Nice shot, though, on 1st and 10. It's a good play call.
Yeah, he had him. I don't know. Ty he seems to be a little tired. Obviously, he's playing defense, and Zeeland East has had a lot of drives. They're trying to get guys subbed in, so it almost felt like he was huffing and puffing, trying to just get to that ball. Would have been an awesome conversion.
Brinks, of course, Grand Valley State prospect, too good to not have on the field, both sides. Fish drops back, flushed out of the pocket, trying to get away, and he does seem to escape. He's going to dump it off to Osterhaven, who makes the catch at the 45. Tiptoes up the sideline, eventually brought down by Cameron Jaworski for that, but not before Osterhaven can get 18 yards. And there we just saw Carson Viss doing Carson Viss things. He was dead to rights and able to get outside the pocket and dump it off to his running back.
Yeah. It seems like once a week you at least get one of those from Carson, and that right there is just him literally putting the team on his back to keep this game alive.
1st and 10, ball on the 36. Osterhaven tries to hit him again on that quick hitch route. Osterhaven can't bring it in. Again, maybe he felt pressure from Cameron Jaworski. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Clock does stop. 8:47 left in this game.
I couldn't quite tell. It almost looked like it got deflected at the line. It seemed like the flight of that ball got disrupted a little bit. So maybe a little bit of grace for Isaac there.
4 wide. Burgess lined up to the left in the slot. Viss drops back, looking for Burgess. No one's open, and he just shifts his way around the pocket, and he's free. He's going down the 20, 15, 10 to the 5 into the end zone. And just like that, Carson Viss brings them back in this game. 36-yard touchdown run, making something out of nothing. Sailors back on the board because of Carson Viss.
Fantastic play by the guys. I mean, Zeeland East is bringing probably 7, maybe 8. I couldn't see exactly how many more. Huge play here for South, going for the 2-point conversion. A little bit of an interesting play call here, right? If you kick the field goal and you keep it within 8, it's a 1-score game. Now this will seal your destiny if you don't go for it. But South seemingly feels pretty confident that they've got a play in a unique setup here on the far left hash with Viss in command.
They got trips right. Burgess, Winnicke, and DeHaan line up to the right. Burgess goes in motion, take the snap. Going to give it to Osterhaven, almost untouched in the end zone. I think that motion up the top of the screen threw him off, but Sailors, 1 touchdown. They're back in this, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this break. Michigan Sports Radio in the Sailor Zone.
Attention football fans, whether you're here to cheer on your team or just enjoying the game, don't forget to check out Big O Smokehouse for the best smoked fish around. As a small, independently owned business, Big O Smokehouse believes in the power of community and quality. That's why our locally produced, high-protein smoked fish is the perfect, delicious snack to fuel your game day excitement. Visit our little old marketplace in Caledonia for all your favorite smoked seafood products, or find a retail location near you at BigOSmokehouse.com. Bob's Collision Service, located at 3731 Eastern Avenue, is here for all your collision repair needs, from minor fender benders to heavy collisions. Family owned and operated for 3 generations since 1967, Bob's Collision takes great pride in what they do. Using state-of-the-art technology and materials along with iCar Platinum certification to repair your vehicle, they help you sail through your collision repairs.
And just like that, folks, Sailors strike back. Chad, tell us about it.
Yeah, welcome back, everybody. 7-point difference only now. 8:33 left. Awesome couple of plays by Carson Viss, capped off by that 36-yard touchdown run, and then a nice 2-point conversion. A little bit of a trickery on that play. We've got a ball game again, folks.
Camp Heiss tries to break free. Nice tackle by the kicker, Wyatt Saul, to save that touchdown. Jack Camp Heiss had a lot of room to run. Big tackle there from the kicker.
I think we've got Wyatt Saul's parents sitting right in front of us, and you might be able to see him on the screen going a little crazy. I think Wyatt's a soccer player, and that's his main sport. So for him to get a tackle and a game-saving tackle, and that was huge. So even got the little mini fat head right in front of the camera for everybody at home watching. Huge play. Let's see what the Sailors defense can do and what Zeeland East offense can do as well to try and put them away.
Walcott taking it to the right-hand side. Uh-oh, he's got some room to run. DeCam stalks him from behind, brings him down. Nice tackle there to save potentially more yards. Hey, one thing to note, too, that last touchdown drive for East, 6 minutes, 40 seconds, folks. We got 8:20 to go in this game. Time is something to watch for. So we have Sailor down on the field, back to where that play took place, about the 42. It's going to be Gavin Bauma. Yeah, looks like got banged up on that play, but big first down run for Walcott, because that puts East in Sailor territory with 8:20 to go. Sailors need a stop on this drive, and all of a sudden, Chix got the ball at the 47-yard line.
Yep. Yeah, and you had South step up and make plays that last drive. Important that they go back and do it again. The offense didn't really help out the defense in terms of time of possession to get them more of a break, but you'd rather have it score and have it be 22-15 with a chance than a few more extra seconds to be out on the sidelines with a little bit more energy.
So 1st and 10, going to give the ball to Camp Heist. Camp Heist breaks a couple tackles on the right-hand side, carries it down to the 32. Just like that, 2 plays, East is having their way in this pivotal drive. The clock is ticking.
Got to wrap up and make those tackles. South was in the right area and had them pretty much gobbled up right away, and Camp Ice was able to find some lanes, and South wasn't able to bring them down.
Zeeland East made the playoffs last 7 and 8 seasons, looking to replicate that this year. So this is a rich program of success. Football department looking to replicate that this year. We're seeing that with this offense led by Eli Walcott, but instead, Camp Heist taking the snap, tries to get it up the middle, maybe 2 yards, up to the 30.
Yeah, important there for Chuck DeHaan to make that play. He's the weak side inside linebacker, and that's kind of the second time that they've run that play where Camp Heist makes a cut back. And so you've got to stay disciplined and continue to have that backside preventing that cutback from the running back. That's something that South, unfortunately, has been beaten on in years past, especially by running teams, and they've practiced that a lot. So nice job there by Charlie DeHaan to bring that down. 2nd and long here for East.
Motion by Bing and Clawbot. We've seen it a lot today. But this Walcott getting the snap. I'll check that. That is Camp Heist, Jack Camp Heist on the carry. Huge 3rd down, 3rd and 7, 6:39 and ticking. Ball on the 28-yard line. Sailors need to get a stop. They've got Cameron Veltman, Parker Hennigan, Colson Fenema lined up as interior lineman.
Interesting, no Miller out on the field for Zeeland East, so he's been a lethal target, but likely give to Walcott here.
Walcott with a couple nice blocks. He's going to break a couple tackles. Eventually brought down by Rowan DeCam. But at about the 1st down yard line, looked like Chad. A couple Sailors were there to make a play, and Eli Walcott just squirmed away, broke a couple tackles, and going to get the would-be 1st down.
Again, it's those cutbacks. So South's got to make sure that they're breaking down and flow into that ball, not over pursuing. That's going to be the key. Still alive, still time, but if South wants a chance, they need to make a stop. Zeeland East has got the guy that they've leaned on a lot tonight, Walcott, fresh and ready to go in the backfield.
Yes, he is, but they're going to run a play-action slant route. Excellent play by Nathan Boomsma. Oh, they're throwing flags on that. Okay, that's a bit of a surprise. I thought that was excellent coverage. And I think we're going to get a pass interference call on Nathan Boomsma.
Yeah, you and me both. Obviously, we're on the opposite end of the field, but looks like pretty perfect coverage. We get, like we talked about, the WKTV replay, and it's tough call against the Sailors, to say the least, on that. Great coverage, well done, but Zeeland East gets the penalty, and South now got to go step up.
That's another first down, too. So it's 2nd and 10. That would have been a 3rd and long, and instead we're going to get 1st and 10 on the 22-yard line. I checked at the 11-yard line with the penalty. 1st and 10. Chix. Drenek, Walcott in the backfield, sending guys in motion. Walcott carries it on the right-hand side. Nice tackle by a couple of the Sailors. Looks like Grayson Hunderman on the tackle.
Grant
Nice
Jansen, nice job too, kind of disrupting that. Hunderman able to clean it up. That's what they need right there on 1st down, making it a 2nd and long.
That is been quite a night for Eli Walcott. That's 22 carries, 93 yards, 2 touchdowns for the senior tailback. He's run hard all night, really kept this offense churning, freeing up other plays. But 2nd and 10, ball on the 11. They're going to give it to him. Walcott up the middle, waits patiently for a couple blockers, and bulldozes away for maybe a yard, right in the teeth of the Sailor defensive line. Big thing here, clock is ticking. We're down to 4:30, but we have 3rd and 8.
Super interesting what the strategy will be here for the Chix. Obviously, they went for the field goal, and that got blocked. They're well within field goal range if they trust their kicker. I don't see him warming up on the field. It seems like they're making that decision. Big 3rd and 8 here for the Sailors.
Boonstra in motion. They're going to roll it to the left. They're going to try to hit him. Nice toss, they do, but Winicky on coverage. It's going to be short of the 1st down. Ball at about the 5-yard line. Now, the interesting thing here is the Chix can get the 1st down. It's 4th and 3. And again, I think you're right, Chad. I don't think the kicker was ever an option. I think they were going to go for this no matter what. So it was a nice play on 3rd down. Setting up a 4th and 3. Ball on the 5-yard line. Sailors have all 3 timeouts. Zeeland East has only 1 left. That's important for the Sailors. They can get a stop here.
Play of the game here, folks.
Yep, crowd is on their feet. Looks back, swing pass. Going to hit Miller, and he drops it. Is that a fumble? Is that a fumble? I don't hear a whistle. I don't hear. Is it, Chad, you hear a
no
There's
whistle?
A whistle. There's a
no
whistle.
Wow.
There's a whistle. Surprisingly, from our vantage point, of course, tough to tell if that was behind him, but the way that he caught that ball, it looked like that was behind him. Chad's getting a read from WKTA, or KTV. But either way, huge stop for the Sailors on that 4th and 3, ball on the 5.
Yeah, interesting. Miller back in the game after having been out, maybe a little bit rusty, not able to see it in. He was going to have somebody in his face as soon as he turned up the field. I don't know if he's going to even get that 1st down anyway at that point. A little bit of a wobbly pass, not right on the target. With those screen passes, you want to lead that guy right there. South gets lucky. Their senior captain hoping to lead him back down the field.
All right, folks, this is where the magic happens. Viss is going to drop back to pass. He's in trouble. He's going to dump it off. Oh, my goodness, Carson Viss. Are you kidding me? He is being dragged down. I don't know what past tense for drag down is, but dragged down at the 1-yard line. He finds a way to get it to Chuck DeHaan. the first down. Are you kidding me? What a play.
Might be second and short, but that is, Carson's now had 3 amazing plays in the span of these, last minute of possession that the Sailors have actually had the ball on offense. So Chuck DeHaan, again, I've had the pleasure of coaching him too, and Chuck was our go-to guy. Unfortunately for Chuck, fantastic athlete. For those that remember, Jake DeHaan, his older brother, led the Sailors to state championship a couple years ago. Chuck was actually on that team and got injured during practice his sophomore year, re-injured himself before his junior year, and now back again for senior year. And like we talked about, he's going to step up and make a big play. He does it there again. More opportunities to do so with a lot of yards left to go for the Sailors, 3:40 left.
Danny Brown mentioned his name as well this week as a guy who, as a Chad you just mentioned, missed the last couple seasons and really good athlete and finally getting his opportunity to make plays. There's no red shirts in high school, so if you guys miss a season, you miss a season. And love to see Chuck get chances to make plays just like that. Chad, that play, I don't know if that would have been a safety. I think Viss was on his way out of the end zone. But you would have had second down from the 1-inch yard line pretty much. But instead, Carson Viss puts the Sailors in 2nd and 1. And just 3:40 left on the clock. Plenty of time as the Sailors are down 7, 22-15. But they do have a long ways to go. So 5 wide for the South Christian. 2 safeties back for the Chix. This drops back. He's going to run up the QB draw, and he's got nothing but room. Busts to the outside, breaks the tackle. Eventually going to be brought down by Judah Kalmbacher, but not before the damage is done on that designed QB draw. Folks, we're sitting right next to the coach's booth, and we got some excited coaching staff right next to us. But 31-yard carry for Carson Viss on that QB draw.
I was wondering when they were going to call that. Carson's had these big, huge pass plays where, that defensive line comes up, and he's been doing it on pass plays, designed pass plays, and Zach Blackwire calls a perfect drawn-up QB draw, perfect time for a huge play.
All right, 1st and 10, ball on the 45. Viss drops back to pass. He's looking for Burgess, not going to see it. Going to try to pump fake. Hits DeHaan, who's going to bulldoze his way. Oh, check that, Winicky.
No huddle by the Sailors. I love this. Stay aggressive. Foot on the gas pedal.
That was great patience, excellent blocking by that offensive line, and can't give Viss too much time, and he found his receiver. So 1st and 10, as Chad said. They were going quick, but seemed to slow it down. Clock's just hitting 3 minutes in this 4th quarter. Ball on the Chix 41. This is going to design run to the left. A couple nice blocks, big hole right up the middle. It's going to get almost 10 yards. The Sailor offense is moving right now.
We talked about the coaches getting excited. Zach Blackwire, offensive coordinator here, still up in the booth. He's been sitting the whole game. Carson sprang that run, and Zach's been on his feet this entire time since then. So this is what football, West Michigan football, 2 well-known programs in the area going at it is all about. So going to be a great finish.
2:19 to go. Clock again, folks, is ticking. 2nd and 1. Olshaven in motion. They're going to dump it out to him. He's got some room to run. He's going to get the 1st down and some more. We have a flag on the play. Couldn't quite tell what that potentially would be. Tell you what, Zeeland East's colors make it a little challenging with the flags.
Result of the play, completed pass for a 1st down during the return. Sideline warning against Zeeland East. That's their 1st warning.
All right, if you heard that from the mic, the crowd mic, sideline warning for the Chix. Still going to be a 1st down. And just like that, Sailors are moving. Clock is going to stop on that play, as Oshaven did go out of bounds. Folks, 1st and 10. Buckle up. Ball on the 27-yard line. The great Carson Viss. He's got Oshaven to his right. He's going to drop back. Pressured. He's going to eventually be brought down by 53 for the Chix. That's Quincy Tomey. That's going to be a timeout, Sailor. It's a big sack because that's going to set the Sailor offense back 6 yards. Make a long second down.
Yeah, Tomey was the injured player there that he was out and came out for some cramps, and now he's back in and making a big-time play at a real timely point in the game.
Yeah, we've seen Quincy Tomey. We've seen Peyton Davis, Zeke Ramadami. Nice defensive front for the Zeeland East defense. All right, folks. I know we're all locked in, tuned in here, but stick around for the Beist Electric post-game show. Go over all the scoring, all the stats, talk about today's fantastic football game. And then, of course, Chad will announce the Big O Smokehouse Player of the Game. A lot to think about in that department. Right, all here, ready for this, the Beist Electric post-game show. All right, with that sack, Sailors are going to be back 6 yards, 2nd and 16. Ball on the 33-yard line. 2 minutes and 1 second to go in this game. Osterhaven's lined up to Viss's left-hand side. Viss clapping. Osterhaven's going to go in motion. Pump fake to him. He's going to step up in the pocket, try to shimmy, break tackle. Had a linebacker watching him the whole way, but not before Viss could get those yards back from that sack. We're going to find ourselves in 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and that's okay there, right? You get positive yards. You cut it down to 3rd and 10. It's 4-down territory. You got to go get a score. South's okay.
We
got to go execute.
Will Stahauer on the tackle, linebacker position. All right, big 3rd down. 3rd and 10, 119. 5 wide for Carson Viss. He's going to design run all the way. He's going to be brought down by Peyton Davis, who sniffed that out the whole way. Gain of 3. Or check that, gain of 4. Timeout Sailor, stopping this clock. This is almost the game here. 4th and 7.
Yeah, I mean, if the Sailors aren't going to convert, this is game over for sure. Not enough timeouts to stop the clock anymore. Got to go find a play that works.
What's your Chad? You're the coach. What are you drawing up here? What are you looking for?
Yeah, you'd love for Carson to be a left-handed quarterback here, so you can get him rolling out to the left. I don't think you're going to have him designed roll out. You know, maybe he can do a reverse bootleg out to the left side of the field. You got to put your athlete in space and then get some athletes out on the side. I don't love a pass, right in the pocket. Zeeland East has been doing a nice job of keeping plays in front of them. So even that quick slant that South really likes to run, I just think it's too many yards with 7 yards to go. If you're 3 yards closer, you might go with those slants, but I'd imagine Carson Viss rolling out to the left. You got Osterhaven lining up to his left, so a pretty good opportunity to do that if Osterhaven steps up.
You got what happens. Burgess and DeHaan lined up on the left-hand side. High snap. Viss gathers himself. He's going to try to make something happen. Rolls to the right. He's got room, folks. He's got room, but pursuit. Throw to the end zone. No good. Pass intended for Chuck DeHaan. Great pass breakup by the Zeeland East defense right at the goal line, and that'll about do it. I think it's surprising. I thought Viss had some room. I understand there was some pursuit coming, but he had one tackle to break. Decided to throw it, and incomplete pass. Chad, do you think he crossed the line?
Yeah, that was certainly close. I was trying to catch a replay from the WKTV screen that we've got helping us out. That defender was certainly at the line to gain. So for Carson to go get that first down, he was going to have to go make a move on him, unfortunately. So probably the right decision for him to try and make that pass, and you got a size mismatch with Ty Brinks there. Just unfortunate, and good defense by Zeeland East disrupting that pass and causing an incompletion.
It's a nice play, again, by that Chix defense, who's played well. I mean, they've held South to 1 touchdown. It's held this powerful South Christian offense to 1 touchdown. Of course, the other one came on that field goal block that was returned. So they've held this team in check and answered the bell when they needed to the most on that 4th and 7. It's been a great game, back and forth. Defense really came on strong in the second half, but as Zeeland East gets the ball back here on the 24, they're going to kneel it and take this one to the end. So that's a big win for the Zeeland East Chix football team. I mean, again, they are now 2-1 in conference play. Next week, they face Forest Hill Central, who was down to Zeeland West. And so everything's still alive in terms of conference title for the Zeeland East Chix, whereas the South Christian Sailors are going to drop to 1-2 in the conference and 4-2 overall. They've got Unity Christian, the leader right now in the OK Gold. Next week, the game's going to be at Granville High School. Here as Drenick takes that last snap, that'll about do it. That will do it, in fact, here at Waldell Field. So it's been a fun one. Been a real fun one. Not the outcome the South Christian Sailors fans, team, players wanted, but a great game nonetheless, where we saw a lot of great football tonight. So as the clock hits 0, we're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back to wrap things up with the Bison Electric post-game show here on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Stock up this Labor Day with amazing savings at your neighborhood family fair. With Card, enjoy cool sips of select varieties of Pepsi or 7-Up products. Buy 2, get 3 free. Beat the heat with 6 to 12 count Outshine bars, 2 for $8. And save on items down every aisle during our Buy 5, Save 5 sale on items like select varieties of Nabisco Ritz or snack crackers, select varieties of Farmland sliced bacon, or Kool-Aid, Tang, Arizona, Mio, Country Time, or Crystal Light drink mixes. Family fair in your neighborhood.
Rapids Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshof.com.
To everyone out there who loves Culver's,
The feeling is mutual. Everything's made fresh.
Everything. Everything.
It's our pleasure.
This is me and my happy place.
I wouldn't trade our Culvers for any other restaurant.
Culver's.
We love our guests.
Love.
Love.
As much as our guests love us.
This is me and my happy place.
from Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Folks, welcome back to the Bison Electric post-game show as we wrap up here at Waddle Field, where the Zeeland East Chix knocked off the South Christian Sailors 22-15. Let's go over the scoring summary here to kick off the post-game show. Kick things off, literally. There was a blocked field goal that was returned by Tyler Brinks, 77 yards. Putting the Sailors on the scoreboard first, 7-0 with 39 seconds to go in that first quarter. That was after a Zeeland East long 9-minute drive to kick off that game. Zeeland East was able to answer with a Walcott 1-yard TD run that capped off an 11-play, 63-yard, 4-minute and 7 seconds touchdown drive, putting the Chix up 8-7 6-7 with a 2-point conversion pass to Walcott. Walcott then was able to score again, coming off of a strip sack on Carson Viss. Turned the ball over on downs, gave the Zeeland East offense a short field to work with. It was a 4-play, 17-yard drive. Taking a minute 14 seconds. It was capped off by a Walcott touchdown run, putting the Chicks up 16-7. Zeeland East scored one more time. There, Walcott 25-yard touchdown. Pass to Boonstra. 10 plays, 90 yards, 6 minutes 40 seconds. Long drive for the Zeeland East Chicks. Put them up 22-7. That was the Zeeland East last touchdown of the day. South Christian was able to get on the board one more time, where Viss had a 36-yard touchdown run. 6 plays, 69 yards, 2 minutes 44 seconds. And 2-point conversion there was also good to put that at 15-22. So exciting finish, Chad. We thought Sailors maybe had an opportunity. Viss was going to do his thing and had the chance. Came up short, though, trying to make something happen there at the end. And incomplete pass on a 4th and 7 that turned the ball over on downs and pretty much wrapped this game up. If you're South Christian, obviously you licked the wounds tonight, but you got Unity Christian next week. You're 4-2, 1-2 in the conference, but you can knock off the current first-place team. What's the mentality right now for the Sailors going into next week and coming off this game?
Not only the first-place team in the conference, but I think the first-place team in Division IV. Very stark opponent, obviously a rival for South. Some ties to South Christian. Coach Tibby being a longtime member of the staff, and Coach Baker over there, Matt Baker, playing in the mid-2000s for the Sailors. Another game of momentum, I think, here tonight. South started off against Forest Hill Central kind of the same way with a score and a big momentum play. The same way here with the field goal block. Zeeland East marches down the field, and then just a game of momentum where we have that strip sack and fumble. Some learning things, and how do you stop that momentum from going on? And Unity, it's going to be imperative for the Sailors. Unity runs a wing T, and they're going to continue to run and run and run, and they've put up a lot of points against some really good opponents. It's going to be super important for the Sailors. They've played some really tough wing T teams in the past. Edwardsburg has been typically an opponent that we've seen at the end of the playoff runs that South has had, either winning or losing. And South, having talked to a few of the coaching staff, feels like they've got a pretty good game plan against some wing T teams. So certainly both Unity Christian and Zeeland West, the game after that will be tough opponents for sure, based on who they've been able to take down in their seasons thus far. But South, it's going to be, can their defense step up to the plate, and then can they get the offense back up and running like we saw the first 4 games of the season, and get back in that form. Just staying in rhythm and staying in sync, I think, is going to be important. So we saw some glimpses of that. The last 2 drives for the Sailors, they had some really nice chemistry going on. Carson Vist obviously making some big plays to keep drives going. But that's going to be what I'm going to be interested to see. Can South's offense keep up with Unity's offense? If not, it's probably going to be a tough week ahead, but still lots to play for. We've talked about the point system for the playoffs, and South season is definitely far from over, even with the next 3 opponents ahead, and Unity, Zeeland West, and Catholic Central.
Tough stretch for sure, and as we look back on tonight, a couple stats just to stand out. 20 first downs for Zeeland East, 10 for South Christian. That was that offense that was just able to move the ball slowly but surely down the field all night long, and just eventually was too much for the South Christian defense, and it wears on you. They had 326 total yards to South Christian's 230. Team's pretty even in penalties. 3rd down conversions was another major stat, as Zeeland East was 9 for 14, whereas South was 2 for 7. And so that big money maker down was one of the difference makers in this game. I think the other thing to notice is Eli Walcott, 28 carries, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. Guy has just been a workhorse and is the go-to that really opens up the rest of this offense, and they saw that tonight. So Sailors have some things to work on this week, and as you mentioned before, some opponents up ahead, but games that I know they feel confident in, and it should be a ton of fun. So, Chad, before we break here, important decisions have to be made. Big O Smokehouse player of the game. Who are you going to give it to?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's you go back to the fundamentals of the game, and when you got a running back that carries it as much as Eli Walcott does, performs as well as he does, I think a contributor in terms of scoring on all 3 of the drives, whether it was the actual touchdown or the 2-point conversion. You knew he was going to be a tough opponent coming in. To run the ball and be trusted with it 28 times, that's a lot to expect from one kid. And shout out to the line, but Eli Walcott for sure, my Big O Smokehouse for tonight.
I think that's a good call, Chad. All right, well, it's been an absolute pleasure tonight. Thank you for joining us, not only on the Bison Electric post-game show, but the entire broadcast. We'll be back next week for the Unity game. That game will take place at Granville High School, so it'll be a fantastic OK Gold matchup between 2 rivals there as well, and you can hear that and catch that here on Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone. So appreciate everyone listening, and final score here tonight, 22-15, Zeeland East knocks off South Christian Sailors. We'll be back next week. Thanks for tuning in, Michigan Sports Radio and the Sailor Zone.
Go Tigers.